on Twitch.
Bring me my paycheck.
Homie, what paycheck? And we vibe and we vibe and we vibe.
The stream is starting soon. I want to watch now.
You're watching now.
He's live playing D&D 5e.
Chug.
Come see what chaos is
live.
being cursed.
Yes. But yes, to anyone that's going to be joining us, hello. We appreciate you. Welcome. Cowrie's acid trip. It's going to be a good time. And I have big things planned. Time to hit a breakneck pace. It's going to be wonderful.
We go sprinting.
Oh, yes, 100%.
So excited.
So yeah, and just to all, because we bring up like one topically relevant thing every time we like begin the stream, and hopefully I will not get raided by Pinkertons for doing a stream of 5e. So yes, that immediately dates any recording, but that just happened to us. I mean, not us personally, but like to
we were sued.
The Hasbro.
Historical context.
So the
Not
are coming
clickbait.
right now.
We were sued by Hasbro.
You know. You say that as a joke, that would probably get us more views than the current strategy, which is hilarious.
We have to work on our thumbnail pictures, guys. Everyone has to make a face.
Yo, I'll make that the thumbnail if you want.
Excellent.
I'll like cut us all out and make us like blown
pretty. Sorry.
I'll put like lens flares in our eyes or whatever. Shit like that.
Bright
Get
yellow
me
text.
my, like, 240p glory, Drew.
A chiller.
The counter goes up. It's me looking at it.
Me too.
Hey, I see you.
If you see a chat, it's also me. I'll have to join the activity.
There we go. Gab, how does the music sound? Is the music too loud or too soft?
On the Twitch?
Yeah.
Hold up, let me pause it in the Discord or leave the Discord. Okay, let me go on the Twitch. Maybe go down
This
just
music
a little,
whacks.
but it's pretty good.
Down just a little?
I'm sorry, but this music while Cowrie's like
how about that? I went down just a little bit.
foaming at the mouth.
That better,
Oh,
Gab?
right. I was like, you can talk about acid trip and Cowrie. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, cool.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you, everybody.
Gab, you could have said literally anything. You could have been like, Drew P's sitting down, and then there would have been perfect audio.
Why is that a bad thing?
No, exactly. Yeah, it's better for my joints, okay? Like, let's be honest.
It's also you don't leave a bunch of piss on the seat.
Exactly. No, but like but that would have been so funny.
It could have been really good clickbait, though.
Better on my choice.
The palm of the fist DMP's sitting down.
The line, it's better on my joints just to hit me.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
I think I was going crazy there for just a sec. I had this going and
It's
the
okay,
Twitch
we're all
audio
going crazy.
Yeah,
and
no,
I was
you're all
oh
good.
my goodness.
You're totally cool.
Like, whoa. All right.
Okay, but with all that, anything else that anyone wants to say before we get going?
Am I centered in my square?
I will center you. Hold on.
We did
You
too
keep getting
much
slid
goofing.
around.
We did too much goofing earlier.
We really
I forget
did.
that Drew can like move us because
No,
every
no,
time
no, no,
I
I mean,
adjust
just
myself
me-
to center.
I mean, like, which way should... Am I centered?
I can mess with the camera a little bit. Hold on.
Okay.
Just make her
Okay.
window wider.
Thank you. I've
How's
been
that?
sitting here for the past like half an hour trying to readjust. So
You are all good. Is that better, or do you need a little bit more?
I don't know. I don't...
Yeah, I think that's pretty centered.
That's good.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
you
solid.
you look good.
Okay.
Darby is not centered now, Drew. Whatever you did to touch them.
I didn't do anything with Darby. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you
Darby
did. My
just
bad.
scoot a little bit.
No, it's okay. I got
Oh,
you.
wrong way, wrong way, wrong
Oh,
way.
no.
Wrong way.
No, I got you.
There you
Where am I
go.
going?
There
The
we
fact
go.
that it's mirrored really
Get
trips me
out
up.
of here.
Me too.
Keep her going.
Oh, there we go.
Is that
going.
better?
Keep
Okay.
it going.
Everyone get comfortable in your usual D&D sitting positions, and I will readjust
All
the
right,
camera.
guys, I'm
There
ready
we
to
go.
play.
I'm
Centered.
good.
Centered.
I'm so
I'm gonna lie
happy
down
to
on the
be here.
floor, actually.
I'm so
Okay, I'm
excited
ready.
to play.
Honestly, floor D&D. Honestly, Kate right now, being the stereotype of what people think D&D players are, I cast Fireball.
Roll, guys.
Comfortable.
There she goes.
Be entirely covered by your
You
mic.
look like the Phantom of the Opera with a microphone.
Yes. Yeah.
Kate, put googly eyes on your mic, and then it works.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, I should get googly eyes for my mic. That'd be
This
hilarious.
hurts.
Ooh, that brought me joy.
Okay, so Kate, you're comfortable?
Yeah.
Darby, you're comfortable. Gab has disappeared fully behind her pop filter.
That was pretty fun.
Moss and Nico, you're all comfortable. You all look good.
Yes.
Perfect.
How do I sound? Am I good?
You sound all good. And probably the most fun thing is that like there are several like little like Photoshop things with the actual frames where it's like things are just slightly off kilter, but I will trust you guys to find them, whoever is watching or playing. So
The hidden Mickeys of this game.
find how many times Drew can fuck up in GIMP. So
Help us
It's
later.
like that I still have the dust of disappearance, even though Rhyme was fully a statue and could not leave any of his shit behind.
Whoa. You have the dust of disappearance still?
yeah.
No.
What?
Oh, I was gonna say.
Oh no.
Well, I mean on my frame, but like that's listen. Rhyme was fully frozen as a
Oh.
statue. He didn't leave any
I
shit
mean,
behind.
if you don't want to,
We'll just take some like
Nope.
ice picks to the room to try to find his stuff.
It's a hidden objects game now. All of a sudden,
There you go.
yeah,
That's
there
our
we go,
spy.
baby.
I spy with my little eye.
I'm spying.
A piece of shit.
But with all of that, anything else before we get started?
Nope.
Oh, besides that, like a wonderful TikTok's coming to the TikTok account. YouTube Shorts got posted if anyone cares about that. So yeah, good little highlights if you want to stay up to date on all of our crazy
They were
stuff.
very fun.
But
Very fun.
besides all that,
Someone remind me at at like 10:45. Just send me a message in the thing to post a TikTok at 11.
okay, got it. Sounds good.
Why 11?
Because that's
I
a good
trust
time.
your algorithm knowledge.
It's a good time to post according to Shopify.
Yeah. The amount of times that I've Googled when is the best time to post YouTube Shorts is troubling to whatever agent is looking
I just
at my
have it
browsing
open
history.
on my phone.
Yeah. But with all of that, are we all ready to play some D&D?
Yes.
Yes, and yes.
Sir.
Then,
So ready.
if
My
e-
body is ready.
if everyone could please join me for a deep and cleansing breath, we can hop right into whatever insanity is about to begin. Sound good?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Then everybody, please join me. And everything after the breath is canon.
Hold up, I have to close my window a little bit. It's raining.
Oh yeah.
Shannon.
And by the way, it's also pouring outside, by the way. But with all of that,
We're inside.
we can begin. And mere seconds from where we left off last time, Yorda, her, and Olive are kneeling over Cowrie's body on the floor of one of the rooms of the Triple S Tavern. Cowrie currently on the floor, eyes rolled back into their head, mouth frothing as their body seizes. And as that happens, we are going to travel closer and closer to Cowrie's face until we are inside of their mind. Now, I'm going to structure this in a couple ways, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to explore what exactly is going on with Cowrie right now. And then after I'm
Elevator
done with
music.
that, we're going to switch on back over to the crew taking care of Cowrie and see what they're getting up to, okay? And of course, given that Moss is here, things will come of that too. But I ask for everyone's patience. Does that sound okay?
Of course.
Yes. Perfect. Cowrie. As soon as the syringe hit you, and you kind of tasted the froth in your mouth, you blacked out. And I'm not talking about some kind of sleep where it's restorative, or it's restful, or even one where you dream. It is just pure lack of consciousness. And so it's kind of like those sleeps where if you're ever laying in bed and you blink and you're like looking at the clock and you blink and it's the morning and it's like there was like you don't feel like you've rested. Time has just moved. And that's the feeling that you get as the moment that your eyes shut, you're able to reopen them And as you peer up to the sky, still laying on wooden planks beneath you, you are able to see blue sky above you. And you're able to see white clouds shifting around, some in wonderful shapes. Oh, look, a lute. Look, a viol. Oh, is that a snare drum? As they're just moving around the perfect temperature of sun. And as you're staring up at the sky, you're able to hear, ah, ah. And you would know this very well, Cowrie. You hear seabirds. And you're able to feel as you hear a wave crash up against something, you feel the gentle spray of seawater against your face. As you realize just in this split second, you're on a ship right now. You have no idea where you are, but you are on a ship right now. And what then begins blocking out the sun, you're able to watch as, like, imagine right now your field of vision looking up towards the sky, again, like minor shadows of birds passing over you. And then rapidly you see, and you see a dwarven head peek out over you and enter your field of view and begin blocking the sun out. And then you see another one. And they begin popping up all around your body. And this is the first check that I'm going to need. Give me an intelligence check to see if you can count as high as you need to count all of these dwarves.
Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see about that. Okay, 14.
Okay, with a 14, you are able to count a total of, again, only 3.5 feet tall, some men, some women, all with like bushy beards, very stocky, very strong mining physiques. And you are able to count a total of 21 dwarves over you and staring down at you. And as they look at you, you're able to hear them go, "Right then, seem like you're dueling, you're under a ship." And they were speaking Dwarvish at you. Cowrie, do you speak Dwarvish?
I do not speak Dwarvish.
You do not speak Dwarvish. What do you do?
I kind of sit up and I say to them, do any of you speak Common?
As you ask the dwarves if they speak Common.
Common, God.
They all look at you confused. They then look to each other and they begin. It's like, right on the shit, and they begin like kind of talking to each other. They then all rapidly approach you on all sides, and you can feel them begin kind of like touching things that are on your body as you look down, and you're in your full regalia of trinkets, and you have 32 by your side, you have broken glass, you have your cowrie shells, you have all these like little trinkets you picked up as they begin picking it up and like inspecting it basically.
I kind of like if any of them I kind of like brush them off a little bit if any of them are like, I don't want them to take anything.
You're able to watch as like you brush like one of them away. You see a woman dwarf comes up and flicks the dwarf on the ear and goes, "What are you doing there?" And like kind of like just begins like kind of chastising for making you uncomfortable. As they all just begin chatting amongst themselves. As you are now standing, please give me a perception check of the ship.
Perception. I want to say a couple words in Sylvan too and see if maybe any of them speak Sylvan.
I'll make a quick check. Give me a quick performance check.
Performance, okay. 14 again.
14. What exactly do you say?
I say, Sylvan? What about Sylvan? I don't speak Dwarvish.
One of them points at you and goes like, it's like, right, gumfrapper right there. And then they all begin like kind of laughing, not knowing what you're saying.
I'll take that as a no.
What was your perception check?
Oh, my perception check is 12.
That's a 12. It's more than a nat 1. Because as you look around the ship that you're on, you realize that it is not just these 21 dwarves surrounding you. As you're able to look over, you're on a galleon ship. The same kind of ship that Duke LaCroix had, standard, like, 2-mast of a not insignificant size. And as you begin looking around, you're able to look towards the front mast and the back mast, and they have multiple crow's nests built into, like, varying sections of the mast. You see a bunch of ropes interconnected. You're able to see the captain's quarters. There are, like, hooks on the outside of the ship, like where the top deck would be. You see, like, hooks and ropes, far more than any rigging would be connected to any kind of sail. And as you're kind of looking around, it starts connecting in your mind as you're able to see an apeling man and begin swinging around from rope to rope. You're then able to see... You're able to see a boar person begin kind of pulling one of the lines in. You're able to see a Leonin and begin kind of like just scratching at a post, making sure weapons are maintained. You are able to see an Arakakra flying around, keeping track of everything. As you realize there is that clearly the crew of this ship is... It's seemingly almost like one member of every animal-based race that you can think of.
I'll look around. I will, I'm gonna go see if I can climb up into, one of the crow's nests and see if looking around, if all I can see is water, or, like, if I can see land and maybe kind of figure out where I might be.
Not a problem at all. As you kind of like push past this crowd of dwarves, they'll just kind of like gesture you, and you're actually able to turn back as they all just kind of like, as they've just been following you wherever you're about to go. As you begin crawling up the main mast towards one of the crow's nests. That sound good?
Yeah.
As you crawl up into the top crow's nest of the central mast of the ship, as you're able to tumble inside, you're able to see the young face of Landon sitting in the crow's nest.
Oh, like Landon, like as I know him?
As in Landon, as you know him, yes.
Okay. Do I know that this is not reality, or does this all seem like...
Give me a wisdom saving throw, DC 20.
DC 20, okay. Wisdom saving throw. Nope, that's a 10.
You believe that you are currently on the ship, the Barn.
Oh.
There's a lot of dwarven passengers right now.
Okay. Do I remember, like, Landon being taken or everything, or no?
You think this is just a day on the high seas.
Okay.
In your mind right now, you're unsure, like you just think like, oh, everything is good again. It might have all just been a dream.
Okay. When I get up to the crow's nest, I'm like, can I join you?
As you get up there, Landon looks and goes like, well, looks like it's big enough for both of us, and if you can squeeze in here, you certainly can.
I climb in and I look out at where we are. Can I see any land, or is it just
give me
water?
a perception check.
That is a 23.
A 23. Oh, what happened to Gab? Well, I need to switch some people around.
Yar, I'm her now.
With that, as you begin looking around, you got a 23?
Yes.
Cowrie, you're very smart when it comes to how ships operate, and what you're able to notice is that you're sailing westward, straight west, and to your north, you're able to see a long stretch of island, and to your south, you're also able to see a long stretch of island. And with a perception check that high, you're able to realize something. You are currently where the boneyard should be. To the north of you, the island of Superi. To the south of you, the island of Trum. And it's a little bit strange because in the back of your head, there should be an endless amount of ships basically blockading this pass that you're in right now. but instead it seems that you are in Sailor's Pass, what the boneyard was before it became the boneyard.
Okay. Then kind of realizing that things don't look quite right, I'm gonna turn to Landon and I'm gonna say, does this look right to you? Shouldn't this be the boneyard?
Landon stands up, puts his hands onto the rim of the crow's nest, kind of like standing beside you, and goes, looks right. I think it looks fine to me. But you know what? I don't think it sounds right. I think it's a bit too quiet up here.
We both know I can fix that.
I bet you can.
And do I have the Dame Slayer with me?
You do have the Dame Slayer with you.
Oh.
And actually, yes, you do have the Dame Slayer with you.
Then I will pull out the Dame Slayer, and I will start playing a jaunty little sea shanty. And I'm gonna sit with like my feet hanging out of the crow's nest.
As you hop up, you perch yourself precariously on the edge of the crow's nest, and as you begin to strum just a nice pirate ditty, maybe along with the music that we're hearing right now, you are able to watch as Landon begins to vibrate with every pluck of the string, seemingly to the melody which you are strumming. And you're able to see that as he vibrates, very slowly you watch as his eyes begin to float out of his head, as it seems like the music is having a physical effect on him.
Oh. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Stop it.
Did you stop playing?
Yeah, I think I stopped playing because I don't like that.
As you kind of look over, and like he's looking out to the sea right now, so as you look at him, you just see his eyes beginning to come out like from the side, and the second that you stop, it just all go back to normal as he goes like, what, I was tapping my foot. I know it throws you off beat sometimes, but you don't gotta be that forward about it.
Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna start playing again slower. And kind of looking at him.
As you begin playing, as he just kind of like has his brow squinted towards you, as you kind of begin playing slower, you can see his whole body begins to and just begin kind of vibrating along with like each one of the chords. And this time you're able to watch as there is no blood, there's no excessive gore. You watch as his fingernails disconnect from his fingers and begin floating above his hand.
I stopped playing. Say, no music right now. It's out of tune. It's driving me crazy. I'll fix it later. We'll just sit. Well, I love quiet. We'll just sit and enjoy the quiet. You know me. I love quiet.
You have ants in your pants for some reason.
You did has anyone had like food poisoning today? Because I'm seeing weird shit.
We're on a pirate ship, so yes, at least half of us have food poisoning at any given time.
I think I must be sick. I'm seeing things.
Well, I mean, I have an idea as to why you're a little bit jittery.
Yeah?
Because you have a meeting with Barnum in the captain's quarters and it started 5 minutes ago, so...
Oh, why would you not tell me you're such a dick?
I wanted to see if you would remember, and I wanted to. Now, get out of here. Go.
Okay, and I will climb down, and I will go to Barnum's quarters.
You grab onto the line, as you just kind of take it down, and you begin walking off to the captain's quarters. You are then able to run into... Oh, let me just make a quick roll real quick, because I don't think because we're going to play a little bit of a game right now. You are able to see a large orcish man in like, as you're on the way to the captain's quarters, in plate mail armor, and you're able to see that like every time that he walks, his armor rattles around. As you're able to see kind of like bells and like little cymbals kind of like hanging off of his armor. You're able to see kind of like every time that he walks, his like boots kind of like squeak and like rub against the actual planks of the ship. As this orcish man looks over to you and goes, "Cowrie, Barnum's looking for you."
All right. Well, I'll go see him.
And what would this person's name be?
Oh, is this the worshiper of Clumpin?
This is Tesla, the Clumpin cleric, which
Tesla,
you have described.
that was his name. Tesla, the Clumpin worshiper.
Tall guy, very broad, very loud everywhere he goes.
Oh man, Tesla, can you give me a little guidance?
Tesla raises both of his arms up in like a T-pose formation. He points his arm over to the captain's quarters door and then begins as you can see like a bunch of noise begin coming from his very complicated armor.
I also do a little jig so that all my jinglies start going.
You jingle and you jangle and you walk over to the captain's quarters.
Yes.
As you walk over to the captain's quarters, do you open up the door?
Yes, I do.
As you open up the door, you look and you're able to see sitting at a desk, just kind of going over like maps and going over like trade routes and just kind of like information, kind of like stock of all the crew. You're able to see. Give me 1 second here. Oh, I don't have the picture, but I will the next time that we do this. You're able to see the mustachioed face of the grizzled pirate captain, long black hair. You're able to see a tri-corner hat, long leather pennycoat, and 8 pistols across his chest. You're able to see Barnum Shadrach. You're able to see Captain Barnum. As Barnum looks over to you, what do you say?
I say, I'm sorry I'm late. Landon didn't remind me, and I know it's not his fault, but we all know how I am. So sorry, and also sorry for Landon.
Looks up and kind of puffs on a pipe for a bit and then goes, I understand you were playing the lute earlier, I would assume.
Yeah, I was something's off, but yeah.
Alright, well, if you were to be reading, for as much as you would play the lute, perhaps you'd be writing novels by tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But whatever the case, yes, please, come, join me.
And like gestures for you to come sit with him.
I go sit. I'm like, what's up?
As you go and sit, Barnum says, give me actually just 1 second real quick. He looks at you and he goes,
Now, Cowrie, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I'm getting on there in years. I am 40 years old at this point. I'm not going to live forever.
Well, not if I have anything to say about it. No, I mean do you know what I mean?
Determined as usual, of course.
I think I did the phrase backwards.
If anyone could talk their way away from death, it would be you. But,
I'd like to.
as I say that, I must ask you one thing. Are you the kind of person who can lead?
Maybe. I think with the right-hand man, maybe I could. One of these days.
I guess it is to be said that every leader needs followers who can keep them in line.
I guess, yeah.
as he kind of like points his pipe at you and goes like,
That is exceptional wisdom, Cowrie.
Well, I don't know if I could lead tomorrow, but maybe like some years down the line, it could be something I could do. I could lead a crew.
Potentially. But it may come sooner than you believe. For example, what are you going to do with them?
and he gestures outside where you're able to see the 20 dwarves begin walking into the room towards you. Or sorry, the 21 dwarves in towards you.
21. With you'll have to remind me what they're here for, what we're doing with them. I don't totally know. And they are the dwarvish is not clearing anything up for me.
Barnum looks over and goes like,
Rakatao, what a good...
and begins just kind of like speaking dwarvish to them as they quickly talk back to him. As Barnum goes,
Oh, they are here to hear you perform. They are confused by how you look, of course, but I'm not sure as to why.
Oh. Well, just kind of looking down at myself other than like is there anything that like looks different? I guess I don't know.
You just look like you. You are the completely the same person as you have been forever.
Why are they confused?
Ask them a question. They respond back as he goes,
They are wondering where your beard is, and they're wondering why you're so tall.
That's fair enough.
But yes, I believe something. I believe that you were put on this planet to lead people. And I believe you will lead them now.
All right.
Because as you must understand, I think leaders must make sacrifices for those that they want to follow them.
Well, what kind of sacrifice are we talking here?
Barnum kind of like stops, just kind of like thinks for a moment, and then he goes,
Well, I think it is very important that leaders be able to cope with the loss of things very personal to them.
Well, I don't know. Are we talking some of my trinkets? Are we talking my loot? There's a certain amount of gold I'm willing to part with. Depending on the stakes.
Barnum stands up out of his chair. He kicks the chair out from behind him. You watch as he fully heel turns, sprints towards the back of the ship, jumps through a window at the back, and plunges himself into the sea.
Oh, I'm gonna run to the window and look down.
As you run to the window and peer through, suddenly the world begins to... As you can hear your heartbeat in your ears as just confused as to what just happened. And as you're looking down towards the sea, you're not able to see Barnum within the water anywhere as you peer through the broken glass. You're able to see pieces of broken glass kind of floating on the top of the water, and you're able to see just red trailing up from where you assume that he landed and sunk down.
I am going to, for a second, look back at the dwarves. And then
Oh, no, what's up?
And then I'm gonna jump out the window after him.
As you look back to all the dwarves that were just in the room, as you look back, the door of the room and slams shut. All of the candles and lanterns immediately extinguish as it is in pitch darkness, and you're able to watch each of the dwarves in the room get extinguished like candle flames until it is just you staring into this blackened room.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna jump out the window after Barnum.
As you turn your head back around and jump into the window, you realize that as you whip your head back around, the world has now changed around you. The window is completely gone, and there is nothing for you to jump through. As you jump, go horizontal, and then and just land on the floor. You are in a pitch black room and can see nothing.
Okay. I'm going to try to cast fairy fire to light up the room. And I kind of like hum a little bit to create it.
You're just like, What color is your fairy fire?
It's a sort of like, sort of the colors of like an oil slick on the pavement, so it's all kind of like multicolor and iridescent.
Oh, beautiful. This kind of like rainbow sheen on black fire begins to illuminate the room around you. And as it begins to illuminate the room around you, you're able to watch as the door to the captain's quarters flies open, but this time instead of being able to see the deck of the barn, just blinding white light shines in. And you're able to hear as a figure then appears in this tunnel of white light and begins stomping their way towards you.
Hello?
Anything else?
Do they seem like menacing in stature? Do they seem like they're on the offense?
They're coming towards you pretty determinedly, and you're able to hear, "Right then, pup, what do you think you're doing back here?" As you're able to hear a strong dwarven accent cry out to you, as you look and you're able to see a stout 3-foot-tall dwarven man strutting his way towards you.
I was in Barnum's office, and then So you can speak common? Were you one of the dwarves who was here before?
Give me a quick perception check to see if you can see if this is one of them.
Okay. Perception. 27.
27. As you say that to him, you're able to see this dwarf. The immediate thing that stands out to you about this dwarf, even like in this darkness, kind of illuminated by the rainbow essence of your fairy fire, you're able to see that his beard, again, extremely long, very bushy, but coiled in gold rings. You're able to see that on the back of his head, almost like in a dreadlock fashion, his very long, unkempt black hair coiled in gold rings as well. Him kind of jingling as he walks back and forth. You're able to see on his person, you're able to see leather strap armor and then a large golden circle plate on the front of his chest. This seems like someone who would be someone of importance, maybe a nobility in dwarvish culture, if you've ever seen that before.
I'll stand up. And I'll say, am I still on board the barn? Could you tell me where I am? I'm afraid I don't. I'm Cowrie.
You think you'd be inside of a barn, do you? What, were you raised there or something?
Well, it's a ship, which I guess I understand how that's confusing if you don't know, but it's a ship and it's called the barn, so it's the barn. It's a ship.
As this person walks up, you watch as your oily fairy fire and just kind of forms around him as he walks directly through it and gets right up next to, and gets right in front of you, only 3 feet tall, and points a finger up at you. How tall is Cowrie, by the way?
Probably 5'2".
5'2", so much shorter than you. Points a finger up at you and goes,
"So your name is Cowrie then, is it?"
Uh-huh.
You look weird for a dwarf.
Well, I'm not a dwarf. I'm a selkie.
You're a selkie, are ya?
Mm-hmm.
What's
I kind
that?
of show. Oh well, it's like a. Well, we look like humans, but we're fey creatures, and we turn into seals. I have this, and I show my seal skin, the kind of iridescent, speckled.
Lots of colors on that. Hopefully the crowd's gonna like it.
The crowd?
The crowd, yes, you're performing right now.
Where? Who am I performing for?
Come with me then.
And turns around and grabs you on the wrist and begins dragging you behind him, as you realize that your feet, even if you choose to resist, your feet kind of move basically outside of your conscious mind.
Then I will follow.
And then any further questions for this guy?
Could you tell me your name? I don't know if I caught your name.
Give me a quick persuasion check.
As he goes, "There's no time for questions."
Natural 20 for a 30.
He looks back and goes,
"I've been incredibly rude to you and I want to apologize."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
He looks you dead in the face and goes,
"To be honest, it's been kind of difficult keeping us all separated. They call me number 1.
Number 1? Keeping who separated?
And because you got a nat 20, I will give you this, as he says,
"Well, me and the other dwarves, we got names like 4, 9, 7, all the way up to 22, I believe."
22?
Why, of course.
When you... And you said you don't know... You said you don't know the barn? Because I swear I was just there, and there were 21 dwarves. And they didn't speak common. But Barnum said I was going to perform for them, but I... Did you just not know that we were on the barn?
begins kind of like looking around and be like, great, we got one of the crazies now. I can't say I know what you're talking about. Maybe I'm going where you just came from.
Where did I come from?
Kind of like looks around like the inky blackness back towards the white tunnel and goes,
not the slightest idea. All I know is that my performance is done, and yours is just beginning.
Okay. Can I look back behind me at the room that we came out of? Are we like...
at the room you came out of? Like, do you mean like what? As you kind of look back, it's just inky blackness with your fairy fire just kind of still being at the center of that. Like, the rainbow shine of it kind of mimicking what your cloak looks like flowing in the breeze.
Okay. And I will keep walking with this dwarf.
And with a nat 20, as you get up to this glowing white door, this dwarf kind of like spins you so your back is to the door and looks you dead in the face and goes,
but again, I've been incredibly rude to you. Your name is Cowrie though, correct?
Yeah.
Very strange name, but one I'll try to remember. My name is Thotho Deter.
And with both of his hands, shoves you on your hip bones and pushes you fully into this tunnel of light.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh, okay.
As you... give me a quick dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. That is a 9.
As you kind of like trip and you kind of like fall onto your back and you look over, you now realize that you're in a, like, again, spatial awareness is just all over the fucking place. As you now realize that you are on a large stage, red curtains drawn back. And you just kind of like push yourself up to like an elbow, just kind of get a look of what's going on here. You're able to see this is a well-illuminated, huge theater with thousands of seats, all of them filled. Eerily quiet, though. Not a sound. No coughing, no clapping, no shifting. Silence.
Am I able to make out, like, the features of anyone in the audience? Is it just, like, random people?
As you look out to the people in the crowd, you are able to see that these are not human beings in the seats, but rather they are stone statues of some kind of like deep black ore. None of them, but like these very kind of like humanoid statues, almost as if they're like copy and pasted one to the next. They have no facial features, no sex, no clothing, no nothing. But all they have is a hole that resembles a mouth that stretches from their chin to the top of their forehead.
That's awful. Goodness gracious. Looking out at everything. Can I climb off of the stage and kind of like walk like up the aisle maybe and just like kind of get a closer look?
Oh, you absolutely can. As you begin, so you kind of like go to the edge of the stage. By the way, all your stuff is still with you, by the way. You still have the Dame Slayer, you still have 32, you still have all your little trinkets.
Okay.
And as you kind of like into the center, you realize that, like, again, looking up and around, there are box seats, easily dozens, if not hundreds of rows. This theater goes on forever. And as you just begin kind of like walking the rows, none of the statues seem to react to you.
As I walk, I am going to pull the Dame Slayer to my front. And I'm just gonna like pluck a few notes and see what happens, see if they react in any capacity.
Okay. And as you kind of make your way up the rows, how far in do you get to this crowd?
Maybe like maybe like 20 feet.
20 feet? Well, we'll say that's like 2, maybe 3 rows of people in. Make sense? As you get that far up, is there any specific tune that Cowrie plucks?
Probably very deeply unsettled by the auditorium, just like instead of really like playing full chords, is just like plucking like one string at a time in the tune of like a lullaby or something.
Dum, 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 dum. As you're kind of just like looking around to all of these faces, and just as you start like plucking maybe like the second verse of your lullaby, you're able to hear a low wail erupts from every single statue in the theater. Thousands and thousands of voices crying out in the most guttural bellow that you can possibly imagine. And as this screaming and wailing begins to happen, it is so loud that, similar to like when you're at a concert or a rave and the bass thumps and you can feel your heart match the rhythm, Cowrie, this wailing is so loud that the vibrations pierce directly into your chest and you feel your heart completely stop.
Oh God.
I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's just... That is a 6.
As you immediately, as you feel, again, it's cardiac arrest is one of the worst pains a human being can feel. As you immediately kind of take a knee and you slam your hand to the ground, to kind of like clutch towards your chest, as you then see every single statue in sync stands up, turns over to face you, and begins walking out of their aisles. And you're able to watch as the stops. As the wailing stops, you're able to watch as many that can fit around you, kind of like encircling your body on the ground. And just as you're like kind of hitting the ground and your body rolls as you then look back up at them, you're able to watch as these maybe 20, 30 statues blocked in by a wall of stone leans directly over you and goes, and just begins yelling at you more. And as you are in this state of hearing this yelling, and as you feel your body vibrate, you are able to look over at your hands and at your feet and watch as the vibrations being caused by this wailing is causing your clothing to separate from your skin to separate from your muscle, and then your muscle to separate from your bone, so that you can currently see every single layer of your body simultaneously.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it.
And as that is happening, and as the wailing continues, and just as this shaking sensation becomes completely overwhelming to you, you wake back up.
Oh.
It's over. Darby, you did a great job.
Okay.
That is your vision.
Oh. Goodness gracious.
Lots of stuff right there. By the way, we all doing okay? That's some pretty horrific. Yes. That's some pretty horrific stuff. I hope we're all okay. Just want to check in.
Doing good.
Okay.
For a second, I did not trust that it was over one bit. So I was like, oh. But okay.
I changed the music up. We're all good. That was your vision. But here's the fun thing about this.
Oh?
Because when you wake up, your body was frothing, seizing all that crazy stuff, and your mind just went on a journey. As we cut back over to Yorda, Her, and Olive, we're going to check in with them and watch what happened while you were on that journey.
Oh.
Okay?
Okie doke.
Yorda, Her, Olive. Currently, knelt down over Cowrie. Yorda, your giant paw on their chest, Olive holding their hand. Do any of you do or say anything? You just kind of like rushed out to go and like try to follow the trail like Anna, and you're able to kind of see like a vague one leading into Livenleen. With all of that, what is going on here? I'll check in with everybody currently as Cowrie's freaking out. I'll start with you, her. You, what are you doing?
Is there any way I could potentially reach Anna at all? Like, say let me look. Actually, I could Misty Step a couple times, and that's like, what is that, 30 feet? So I didn't know if it's possible.
You realize that you could definitely run after her if you want to go deeper into Livenleen. The main issue is going to be because it's not like just like teleport around the corner, you're right there. They're trying to disappear in the labyrinth of architecture that is Livenleen. So give me a quick survival check.
Okay. An 18.
An 18. Because of that survival check, you realize that so an 18 is not good enough to directly follow their trail. You're able to kind of rush, shoot to the left down an alleyway, climb up a ladder, go through a pass-through, and just begin like scouting out for like local kind of pathways of ice or something of the sort, and you're unable to see their trail. They're doing a very good job of covering their tracks. But with that 18 survival check, you realize that they must be headed to some kind of secure location. They're not just going to go to like some random bar or house. And with an 18, I'm going to say that being enough, you remember Rhyme's little detour away from the crew, how he kind of stepped away for a bit during your time in Altum. And you remember how when your chase with the Duke started all of those days ago, you're able to remember he stepped out of a strange looking boat into the center of the Duke's crew.
Right.
And you kind of just like think about that for a moment.
Okay, I guess I just like thinking about that. I guess it's probably gonna. You know what? I'm just gonna open a random door that I think they might have potentially went into, and if that's not it, I'm gonna turn around.
I've been waiting for you guys to bust into random buildings.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Her, as you open up just like a random, you just pull up on a completely random door, and what you're able to see as you kind of like rip it open, you kind of like storm inside. You're able to see 3 German shepherds on their like sitting on like people chairs at a table with cards in front of them and then like golden chips in the center as they all look over to you as they go woof, 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 and they get down from the chairs and then begin kind of like and begin snarling at you.
I'm like, good boy, and I slammed the door shut.
as you slam the door shut, her.
I think I'll just run back to the tavern and knowing that, like, I'm probably not going to find them.
Perfect. Do you reunite with Yorda and Olive? Yorda and Olive, you guys doing anything as you're kind of tending for Cowrie?
I'm holding their hand and, like, gripping the syringe in the other. Cowrie's on the floor and they're, like, convulsing.
Yes.
Right? I immediately turn to Yorda. I say, get them on the bed, lay them on their side.
And
Yorda, completely effortless, very light individual, not well fed. Up onto the bed and then onto their side.
And I just kind of sit by their side. And I, just like mind scattered, like get them a glass of water. Make sure that the tavern door. Where's her?
Her, you burst in.
I'm like sprinting, like out of breath, some sweat dripping down me, I guess. I see how, like, can I do like a perception check to see how like Olive and Yorda are taking this? Because I'm seeing this and I think like my face.
You don't have to roll for Olive. She's not taking it great.
Because I think as soon as her sees Cowrie, all of the blue that's like in my face goes completely white. Like I just lose full color. What do we need to do?
I
What do we need to do?
I point to Yorda. Get them a glass of water. I point to her. Lock the doors. How on earth did these people get in?
I sprint out.
I go downstairs to get a glass of water, but before I get the water, I take was Ryan upstairs or downstairs?
Rhyme was in a room almost directly next to you guys.
I'm gonna take a quick detour into Ryan's room, and I want to see if I can find not a trail maybe, but either how they got in or if they left anything in his room.
Perfect, not a problem. So Olive staying in the room, Yorda rushing over to Rhyme's room to check that out, and then her running downstairs to the tavern to get a glass of water. Olive, as you're in the room with Cowrie's body, just kind of like shaking and convulsing there, you watch suddenly the convulsing stop. And you're able to watch as Cowrie's body begins to vibrate very quickly.
Is my hand that's holding theirs also vibrating?
As you hold onto their hands, give me a quick intelligence check, just flat.
Okay, hold on.
Moss, we're getting to you
Intelligence?
soon, trust me.
I don't fucking care. I'm watching my shows.
7.
A 7, you're not sure what's happening to Cowrie right now, but you're able to feel your hand vibrate as well, only for the amount of time that it takes for Cowrie's hand and Cowrie's body to go translucent, and for her hand to pass through yours. As you then watch as Cowrie's body on the bed, and with like a low humming resonance, goes completely vertical, and then, knees basically within the bed right now, and moves to the center of the room, and you're able to look and see that there's maybe like 2-3 inches of levitation underneath them.
Am I back by now? Because I think I would have ran downstairs, locked all the doors, saw that Yorda wasn't behind me, grabbed some water.
I'm gonna get to each of you in 1 second, okay?
Cool, just checking.
Awesome. Olive, do you say anything or do anything?
So just so I have it right, so like their body is still on the bed, but there's a translucent Cowrie just levitating.
Their body became like a strange vibration and is currently now translucent and now up. So like there's no body in the bed. This is just Cowrie's physical form.
Oh, okay. Once like their hand passed through mine, I just start calling their name.
As you just say as you just start calling out Cowrie.
Cowrie? Driftwood? Cowrie? Driftwood?
As Cowrie does a 90-degree turn, physical body, and then begins flying, flies through the bed and through the wall directly next to their room, and is gone from the room.
I immediately go to the next room.
Awesome. Yorda, give me, as you show up to Rhyme's room, as you're kind of looking, again, an insane amount of ice has built into the walls, the ceiling, the floor, to the point where it almost looked like Rhyme was solidified in a block of ice. Give me a quick investigation or survival check, or, if you don't think those are appropriate, a check more appropriate to your character to investigate these things.
I will take survival. Fucking dick in my ass. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Coins.
Nah. 8 total.
Mm.
Go away, stupid things.
As you're able to look inside of the room, you realize that it was not a chiseling, like a like you're like, obviously with an 8, the one thing that you're able to answer is like, how were these people so quiet? How did they do this during the middle of the night? And you realize that you're able to get the whiff of magical fire. Similar to what was being cast to get rid of the trail that Rhyme was leaving, you're able to see almost orb-like marks into the ice and droplets of water coming down from them, as it seemed that Rhyme was not chiseled out, but rather melted out and then extracted. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a thawing, like a chicken dinner.
Yeah. And then I will still go downstairs and get a glass of water and bring it up.
As you are investigating all those like little kind of like pockets of melted ice, kind of like looking around, as you take that in, you're able to see Cowrie just Cowrie, and just vibrating past through the rightmost sheet of ice on the wall connecting to the room that you guys were just in. They pass through the center of the room, ignoring you completely, and then just completely disappear through the other wall on the left-hand side.
I follow that body.
Olive then begins rapidly kind of running. Olive, as you pop out, you see Yorda kind of like step out and kind of look at you confused.
I have no idea. Follow them.
You guys follow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you in one sec. As you guys run over, you see Cowrie now in the room that they were sleeping in, on the other side of Rhyme's room. And as you guys kind of bust in real quick, you are able to watch as Cowrie's form goes over and grabs the Dame Slayer. The Dame Slayer begins vibrating as well, and you're able to hear like dum 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 as all of the strings begin vibrating and kind of creating a strange like musical-esque sound. And as the Dame Slayer begins kind of like rotating around their form, Cowrie, again, eyes rolled back in their head, is able to grab it out of midair and then just vibrate fully down through the floor.
Run downstairs.
As you got, Yorda, you follow?
Yeah.
As you follow her, you're getting a sick, mean glass of water right now. As you, like, mug in hand. You're muted, by the way.
I just locked all the doors and I ran to get the biggest glass of water I could ever get.
As you rush around, you're sweating, you're closing all the shutters, you're locking the doors up. As you're, like, filling up the water, you're able to hear a as you are able to look back and see a translucent Cowrie with the Dame Slayer and fully pass through the door which you just locked.
Could I, 1, try to grab them, and 2, make an Arcana check?
Make an Arcana check, absolutely. And as you try, how do you try to grab them?
I try to like grab their their wrist, like not their wrist, but like their arm.
Awesome. Make that check for me. And as you try to grab their wrist, you can feel like a deep humming. Like, have you ever like touched something that's like almost like a car motor or like a speaker, and you can kind of feel like a vibration like through your bones, like into your teeth. You feel that kind of like. Give me 1 second. As your fingers like kind of vibrate a little bit as it just passes through, as it seems like they are unable to be stopped while in this form.
Got it.
What'd you roll?
So I got a 15 Arcana, and then I only got a 7 Athletics to try and grab them.
Yeah, athletic check immediately fails, unable to grab them. With a 15 Arcana, that's enough that this seems similar to you in the way that... Because you've casted Thunderwave before, correct, her?
Let me look at my spells. I don't know if I have.
Well, I will say, even if you have not...
No, I haven't.
Even if you have not, it's almost like the same sensation as when thunder rumbles too close to you, you being a storm sorceress and all, where that amount of sound and how it makes you vibrate, you're like, that's the same kind of feeling. That's kind of strange as your arm passes through them as they and disappear out the door, as Olive and Yorda come running after you.
They just went that way and just like start running after them.
Yep, I'm just following, trying to stay close, hot on their heels.
Hot on the heels. Yorda hot on the heels, I assume. Perfect. As you guys quickly unlock the doors that her did a great job of, you guys rush out into the streets of the trip. You out of those streets right outside the Triple S Tavern.
Are the hounds outside?
No, they are not. They are presumably continuing their poker game.
They're still playing poker.
As you guys rush out, you guys see that Cowrie has stopped at the T-shaped intersection with like the Triple S Tavern being in like this vicinity down here. The T-shaped intersection where the building is, okay? And they are currently in the middle of like the intersection of the T. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
As they just kind of remain levitating there.
I will very kind of like approaching a spooked animal will approach Cowrie. And try to grab their hand again, and can I make an Arcana check? Like looking for what will ground them?
I'm gonna say give me a quick history check, actually.
Okay.
This is not gonna be that hard.
With advantage?
Yes, with advantage. And I'll tell you why in 1 second.
Okay. History 23.
Olive, you realize something kind of freaky, maybe not scary, but you realize that post this injection, Cowrie lost consciousness,
Yep.
and then, but even without her consciousness, her body is doing something outside of what her mind, what their mind is telling it to do. And you realize the similarities of like, this is the same effect to what you experienced, but you're the observer this time.
Yeah.
And you would have to assume that if these things are in any way similar, what did you get up to during your own vision?
Because I woke up at home, right?
You did wake up at home, yes.
And sorry, their body is doing something.
You'd have to
Different.
assume, because you understand Cowrie's personality pretty well, this is not within their control.
Okay.
This still good with everybody? We still cool? A lot of like mind control-y-esque like stuff. Want to make sure we're all cool with that.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
knowing
Thank
knowing
you for the check-ins, Drew.
Of course,
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
yes, always appreciate it. And so with that, like, can I glean anything as to what I'm still trying to reach for their hand, but is there anything I can glean of like what could ground them?
Sure, but first I'm gonna need Yorda, her, and Olive to give me a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
You all get +4 because you're next to me.
Oh, this is so
Oh.
easy then.
+4?
Yep,
What is the DC?
15.
I just passed. I got a 16.
19.
A 30.
What did you roll?
Hold up. Let me just make sure. I rolled a 19 plus 4. Oh, okay. You know
23.
what? Sorry. My bad. 29.
Oh, that
Yeah,
case.
With the +4, my
Oh.
charisma save is +11. I
Oh.
wouldn't need that.
You guys passed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. You'll notice that I just pulled Cowrie's spell save DC to have you guys make that check. Because you, all of us, kind of like you all realize this, as you just kind of think like, what would ground Cowrie? What does Cowrie love? And you guys think of two things immediately. The first thing you think of is shinies, little trinkets, little little bips and boppins, things like that. And the second thing is music. As you kind of approach Cowrie again like a scared animal, and you watch as Cowrie and strums. The slightest amount of wind pushes some sand away from these trodden on paths and kind of blows you guys back. And you guys are all hit with a sense of like Arcana-esque energy as a spell was just cast. A very powerful spell, which you guys all just resisted. And you all begin to hear... You begin to hear chatter as you watch as lights begin to go on in the apartment complexes kind of surrounding you. You begin to hear like shutters open, doors begin to open as you guys realize that whatever Cowrie just did affected a very large amount of people.
Okay, I know I rolled a 15 Arcana check earlier, but if it potentially is the only way to stop this by potentially hurting them.
I'm gonna say in this moment, you don't think that this is something that, because with Cowrie's seemingly like untouchable form, you don't know if you'd be able to stop whatever's happening, and instead you just need to kind of like ride it out, if that makes any sense.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just get a prickle in the back of my neck that says hers trying to do some shit, and I back up from Cowrie a little bit, and I turn to the two of them and I say, "This is going to sound strange, but we need to let this happen."
What if we all tried to grapple them and bring them inside? There's people waking up.
I can't touch them. I promise I'll explain. I know this sounds weird, but this has happened to me before.
Okay, whatever you say. We'll do whatever you say.
If we need to do crowd control, I'm happy to do so, but
How close are the buildings where the lights are turning on and the people are kind of starting to wake up?
All around you, and you're able to see like a block down, lights begin turning on. Sorry, not turning on. Candles begin to be lit. You know what I'm talking about. They begin to be lit as well. It seems like easily thousands of people are waking up right now.
Can I make a perception check to see, because like if there's anybody that might be, I know they did it to Cowrie, but if anybody might be watching to see if this sort of thing was supposed to happen.
Give me a perception
like more
check.
so
Yes.
like MRPHD or something.
Give me a perception check. Yeah.
Perception. That's a 17.
17. What you're able to hear is a little bit confusing to you, as you kind of start looking around, and you begin to hear rodeo cherry. You begin you're like drunken singing. You begin to hear like instruments being played. You hear like snare drums and horns. You begin to hear like lutes begin to be played as well. As you're looking around, and you do see people like currently like hanging out of windows, kind of like waving down to people. You're able to see an insane amount of people begin rushing out of buildings, and they begin encircling all of you. With like Cowrie at the center, you guys like around Cowrie, and like a mass of people, he's like 100 people immediately comes out to be around you guys. As you then begin to see people swinging from like ropes to ropes, like connecting the buildings. But her with the 17, you don't see anybody like actively watching you. Make sense?
Okay. Yep, just checking.
Not a problem at all. As all that begins to happen, what's up, Olive? Yeah.
Just with this sudden rush of people like surrounding us, can I make an insight check to see if they? I know they're not looking at us, but can I? Well, first of all, can I still see Cowrie?
Yes.
Can I make an insight check to see if any of these people see them?
Yes, and give me an Arcana check as well, as you begin to watch as like pirates arm in arm begin like kind of kicking their feet out, kind of like a line dancer style. You watch as like different like dancers begin to come out with like silk sheets and begin kind of like twirling them around. You watch as like kind of larger figures begin kind of like shaking, like kind of twisting back and forth. Some are just kind of like arms above their heads, kind of like putting their arms back and forth, things like that. What'd you get?
Insight was an 8. Arcana was a 16.
Insight was an 8. All of these people seemingly are able to see Cowrie, as you guys are able to hear like, and you guys are able to see a horse-drawn cart, currently being pulled. The horse currently at like a prance, essentially, like kind of like their hooves, their feet kind of like moving back and forth, almost like a dancey kind of way. And you're able to watch as Cowrie passes through the horse, goes up onto the back of the cart, and then begins to be dragged away by the cart.
I start running after the car.
As you start running after the cart, you watch as this entire crowd begins to follow after the cart. And as you guys continue down the block, you guys watch as more candles begin to be ignited, lanterns begin to be ignited, more people begin hanging out of their windows, kind of like waving. You're able to watch as people jump down, slide down ladders, and join the crowd. The crowd is now up to 1,000 people, as you guys are now traversing southward towards Simbleton.
Can I try to push through the crowd and redirect the horse back to the Triple S Tavern?
You want to get up and you make an animal handling check. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The horses are real, right?
Yes.
Or are they all? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know if they were ghost horses.
No ghost horses, no.
16?
Horses?
With a 16, as you begin, so you grab onto the animal, and you realize that, like, when you try to pull it away, it begins, like, fighting you to keep on track. But as you're, like, petting, you realize, like, oh, this horse is very happy right now. You realize there's no one else with this cart besides Cowrie who gave no verbal command. And it seems like this horse is operating on their own will, at their own pace, to lead this crowd. Everyone here give me an Arcana check real quick. As you guys then watch as fireworks begin to go off above the palm trees as you're able to hear as apeling population begins getting extremely excited.
I got a 9.
I got a 5.
9-5.
Yorda.
6.
9, 5, and 6. You guys are unsure why this is happening. Something magical is going on, clearly. Olive, give me a history check with advantage and beat a 10.
Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I did. 13.
Damn, you guys are on fire tonight with
4
these
and a 9.
rolls.
Jeez.
As you guys continue south towards Simbleton, as you guys realize that you are the only people out of everyone here not dancing, staying as close to Cowrie as possible. Give me 1 second here. You're then able to see, like, Olive, what triggers it for you is you then watch as these fireworks go off, you then see, like, once you're kind of, like, in the road of Ubhav, you're able to see fire breathers, an elaborate show of fire breathing. You're able to see wizards casting elaborate light-based spells, kind of showing off to everybody. You see sword swallowers and jugglers and clowns and stilt walkers and, like, you know, lewd dancers, obviously. As you continue down, you're like, oh, wait a minute, because you get outside of whatever you would assume to be the range of this spell as you think, were all these people just getting ready to do this? And as you begin to see paper mache, like large, almost like wearable floats, and you're able to see a black circle, a crescent moon, a half moon, I believe it's called a waxing moon, and then a full moon. You realize that unintentionally, Cowrie just began the Cycle March. The Cycle March is a parade which happens a few days before the full moon to incite the beginning of the Full Moon Festival.
I kind of briefly stop, just like, oh. I keep running to catch up with the cart. Can I hoist myself into it as it's moving?
Yeah, sure. Give me an athletics check as you run behind the cart.
Oh no. I'll give you the help action. I'll push you.
Flip your coin.
If you're giving me the help, I'll save it. Oh my god. 5.
Her, give me a strength saving throw with disadvantage.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. You guys, this parade, you're looking up her. This is the most magnificent thing you've ever seen. Next, only maybe seconded by just the well and its extravagance. You see firework, all these dancers, insane things. As you run up behind Olive, Olive's kind of got one leg up on the cart, and as you're like, this is awesome, and as you try to jump up too, Olive, you both are able to fall off the back of the cart, right into the dirt onto your backs.
Do I realize it? I feel like her still thinks it's a charm, some sort of magic.
As we hit our backs, I'm sorry. It's fine. It's part of the celebration.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to slap somebody just to see, so I'm glad we didn't do that.
I mean, they probably would have liked that. Yorda, can you help us into the cart, please?
After chuckling to myself a little bit, I will go help.
You want to give me an athletics check real quick?
Okay.
Better not be a 2.
I've got a plus.
I'm flipping my coin. Fuck this shit.
What?
Why would you jinx him like that?
I rolled a 10.
Oh my god. But he's so strong. The DC was 10, right?
You guys,
Continuation of Rochi's terrible, no good, very bad day.
you guys then watch as the city streets begin to be lined with people actively inviting the parade to come down the streets of Ubhav. As you realize that partners start kind of forming a line to make sure this doesn't spill over into any places of business. As you guys are at the front, you're the first thing that people see, and what they're able to see is a translucent vibrating Selkie with a lute, and then they watch as Yorda grabs onto her and Olive, puts a foot up on the cart. You make it, but your intense weight causes the horse to stumble forward as you guys then both fall off, both in Yorda's arms.
God damn it, gotta do things for myself. I'm gonna try to sprint and jump up again.
Or we could just walk next to the cart. We could just walk
No.
next to.
give me
Third time's the charm.
give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh my fucking.
30-20.
Oh, thank
I thought you were holding up a 5.
No.
As you rush forward, you're able to much more carefully. You're able to get up on the back of the cart and be right behind Cowrie as people go, woo, yeah, water, air genasi, up on the cart, let's go.
I'm just like,
Someone made it.
Yeah, baby, you're looking so good on this festival night. Oh,
should
yeah, I
give
hear
a
they're great.
performance check?
Yeah, go ahead. As the people are like, the water genasi, the lead ain't gonna make it eventually. Yes, they are.
Oh, what a great sport this is. Oh.
21 performance.
Perfect.
I bet the lion's not gonna make it.
You're able to raise your hands above your head. Lightning shoots from them as people go, woo, yeah! And people are clapping for you as you are paraded through the streets.
Can I just like try to talk to Cowrie or like be like, hey friend, are you there? Are you okay? And like see if there's any response.
Give me 1 second with that. Yorder and Olive, do you guys just walk beside the cart?
Yeah. I looked to Yorda. I'm like,
I told you the lion wasn't gonna make it.
I looked to Yorda. I'm like, is the third time a charm, or do we just walk next to this thing?
I don't like feeling like a loser, and I'm going to like. Like, are we walking in pace with it?
This is like a 3 mile per hour cart.
Okay, I'm gonna like broad jump into the cart, like not even climb up it, just try to like jump into it.
Perfect.
I bet 5 gold.
A couple pirates are
I'm
like,
just
make
gonna
some
be people
room,
in the
make some
crowd."
room, and they basically do like the frat basement like a breakdance circle's about to start. Yeah,
Natural 20, 27.
Oh, fuck. Here's my 5 gold.
The fact that it's going 3 miles per hour makes this thing even worse. Like so much worse.
As you let the cart get a little bit further back, you're able to run, double leg jump flip. You do a full tuck backflip and land on the back of the cart and put your hands up. Everyone, yeah, woo, and begins like kind of applauding for you.
Here's my money.
With that, Yorda, as you're going through Ubhav, you are able to see, just out of the corner of your eye, up in the raised buildings, like kind of like raised buildings of live and lean, you are able to see a cloaked figure with a leonin tail, just kind of like popping and locking on one of the roofs. Spinning a little bit, kind of like hitting a SpongeBob, kind of going a little bit crazy. As this figure is running and keeping in time with the cart as it is moving, hopping from rooftop to rooftop, climbing up, swinging on ropes, the whole 9 yards.
Noted.
Because
As that is happening, Olive, do you try to get up there?
because I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't get up with Yorda's help. I will cast Fly on myself.
As you cast Fly on yourself and begin to raise off of the ground, you're able to watch as a papier-mâché dragon of Captain Iggy, Iganturis, the head roll captain of the Arbor, along about like 7-8 people managing it, as his long snake-like body begins to fly around the streets. As they wrap around where you were, Olive, you levitate and begin to fly up over the mache and then onto the cart as people just go, woo, yeah, and they just go, they're just happy to be seeing people doing things, basically.
This is so cool.
Since I cast the spell, I'm gonna stay flying ahead of the cart just to see like where we're going.
Perfect. So right,
Actually, no. Sorry, I will stay flying, but just like beside the cart, like next to Cowrie.
Perfect. Absolutely awesome. As you guys continue down the road going east, it almost seems like you're going to cut through the heart of Ubhav, basically going like, so again, these 6 prongs of Ubhav cutting into each of the districts. You guys currently went south and are currently in the main vein heading east towards the city center, and then from there, you don't know where you're going to go.
I'm gonna look to Olive and be like, is this normal? Is this what happens? Is this the parade path every year, or what's happening?
Yes. Yeah. I would know that this makes sense. DM.
You would certainly know that like there really is no established parade path, because how the fuck do you plan with a bunch of people that can't read?
That's true. But I can read, so I would know.
Yeah.
Is this the same? Was this the same like path as months before?
This probably wasn't how it was supposed to start. There might be a group of people who were supposed to start it, but you do not know.
Yeah. Then I say to her, it's started a little earlier than planned because of whatever happened to Cowrie, but yes, this is how it would go every month.
We go through every district, or what?
Yes, it would seem that's the way we're going to the city center.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna like turn to Cowrie and just be like, "Hi, friend, you're doing a great job. Still worried about you, but hey, all these people really like your music, so."
Oh no, and there's an ad on the music. No, the vibes.
All the vibes.
As and her and Olive and Yorda, as you all begin to surround around Cowrie and begin to kind of like support them and kind of give them these assurances to make them feel as safe as possible. Cowrie, this is where you, as you wake back up and you are no longer in the Triple S Tavern and you are surrounded by your friends, all of is flying, everyone here is covered in dirt, and there's thousands of people behind you as you're leading a parade.
Cowrie, just keep playing, okay? Just do your best. Just keep playing. You're doing a great job.
Everybody else is also able to see that Cowrie's body stops vibrating and they become solid once again and just kind of like fall onto the roof of the cart.
Like absentmindedly playing, I guess, and I'm just like looking around and like, how did I get here?
I fly so that I'm in front of them, so moving backwards with the parade. As soon as we get to a stopping point, I will explain everything, okay?
Okay. And kind of looking at everybody and kind of, I guess, putting together and remembering what happened. Did someone get Rhyme?
No.
They were too quick.
I
They know the
tried.
city better than we do. It was impossible to follow them.
I found 3 German shepherds playing poker, but not rhyme. Which doesn't make sense, but you know what? Whatever. Yeah, no, they were too quick.
Okay. And I'm just gonna try to. I'm pretty much most of my attention is on like just trying to keep the music going because everything's just moving a million miles an hour.
Okay. Perfect. As you guys begin to trail past Simpleton, Cowrie did wake up, Moss, yes. And in this moment, I'm going to need you, Moss, to give me a DC 15 Charisma saving throw.
I'm so bad at those.
Yep.
Oh?
You're telling us you didn't make another Himbo Bimbo Charisma caster?
That's a 17.
Hey!
As you make perfect. You guys are able to look over at kind of like, very slow parade. Now people are like throwing throwing rice and confetti and beads and shirts and underwear at you as you guys are led
Just
down.
a full bra.
Yeah.
Everything they throw, I'm just like putting it on Cowrie's belt, so it's even more like, shiny and weird.
Oh.
Cowrie, who is staving up a breakdown and just has a belt full of bras.
Excellent. Do me a favor, Gab. Roll a D100 for me to see how much shit you put on Cowrie's person.
Yeah, I got you.
Cowrie collapses under the weight of it all.
Oh my god.
You're like that challenge of how many shirts can a person put on before they just can't stand up anymore.
61.
61.
What?
Excellent. Cowrie,
It's like wearing 100 shirts challenge, you know?
Oh my god.
Just like little pieces of rice, some beads, or just thrown in your pocket.
Cowrie,
Okay,
along this journey, you get 12 pounds heavier with just random crap being thrown at you.
Does that make me encumbered? How much weight makes you encumbered? I am not encumbered.
You're not encumbered. You are covered in. Again, it's like beads and like satchels of spices and yes, like small clothes like underwear and bras. As you guys watch very slowly, another horse-drawn wagon pulls up beside you, coming off of a side street from Simbleton, and you guys are able to see in the front. It's dark, so it's kind of hard to recognize who they are, but you're able to see that across them, like a hood, you're able to see a burning, fiery hood, completely ignited with like orange fire. And in the back of their cart, as it pulls up next to you, you're able to see 2 orcs, like giant kind of like enforcer barbarians, doing like a little bit of a jig, and then just kind of like shoving a hooded figure back and forth between them in like a traditional like orcish kind of dance. As you're able as you're able to hear a voice call out to you and go, "You want to tell me exactly what's going on here?" As you're able to hear Phoebe Goldtooth Squall cry out to you.
Oh, hey, Phoebe. How's it going? Are you excited for the parade?
Yes, I'm excited for the parade, which was supposed to start tomorrow. And as it pulls up next to you guys, she's able to kind of like talk very calmly with you and go, yes, it was supposed to be led by Gilligan and Cinta Pleasure, who are going to kick the whole thing off. But apparently it's starting a day early.
Guys, fuck them up.
I turned to everyone and I'm like, oh, what happened? Did it start early?
I guess so.
You started it.
I did?
Yes.
Oops.
You're
At
doing
least
a great job.
yes. It's you and not Mr. Pleasure.
Well, I would call that a win. That is a win.
Well, Phoebe, all these people look like they're having so much fun. So why don't you also come and join the fun with us?
Oh, there's no way in fresh hell I'm taking this hood off. And no way. There's business to do.
Oh.
Yes. Also, quick question. Will you stop that back there? Why exactly is everyone here cutting the rug? Even my own employees are doing so.
There
I
was
succeeded on the saving throw.
there was some form of magic that was cast, and then the parade started.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Yeah, sure. But with all that, I thought since y'all killed Emin for me, that I'd do you a favor. Because I heard that you needed strong people to help you. And I just so happened to have a stowaway come in from one of my ships, which was sailing west from Rockfall Bay.
I mean, we're pretty strong, but we always love more friends.
Well then, they must have a pretty good sense of self, because they're not just, I guess, dancing their boot soles. You're gonna be quiet back there, I'm gonna shoot you again. Now, with all that, I'd like to introduce you to somebody, and they are my gift to you, Jam Meat Jar. And as Phoebe hops from the back of the cart down in between both of her goons, kind of just like, yeah, I'd pay you for nothing, shoves them back and pulls the hood off of this figure. Moss, will you please introduce your character to us?
Okay, so he would be about average height if he wasn't so hunched in on himself. The first thing that strikes you, because you're not close enough yet, is he is absolutely covered in mud, and he has little twigs sticking out of his hair, and in his like ratty looking clothes. I'll send a picture to the Discord.
It's already up. It's already up.
I know.
He's so muddy.
He's
So
covered in
dirty boy.
dirt.
He has
has
pen, guys.
He has grass stains all over him. And he makes all of 2-second eye contact with any single one of you before going, I hate this, people are touching me, I hate this.
I turn to Phoebe and I go, oh, they have the same attitude as you. You sure you don't want to keep them around?
I don't want to be here. Sorry, I raised my voice.
Phoebe looks back, kind of puts her hands up. You apologize as Phoebe goes, but in all honesty, he seems like a troubled soul. And I'm not exactly sure. Look, maybe they went through a lot. They've told me some interesting tales. Now, maybe you all would be able to do wonderful things together, but to be completely honest, every time I try to watch them, Mud, what exactly happens?
Well, I like the dirt, alright? So, if I'm clean, I'll go outside and I'll put some more on. I don't see why you need me clean.
Turns back to all of you and goes, and you can see why I don't want him around for an operation of my standards. Clearly.
She's trying to give me a bubble bath.
Mud?
Stupid. Yes?
Mud, is that your name?
Yes. Who are you?
My name's Olive. This is her. That's Cowrie. And that's Yorda.
I don't think I'm not gonna remember any of your names.
That's all right. Where would you rather be?
Drew, can you remove my picture so they can
Yes,
see
my
the
bad.
absolute, like, Mad Hattery that is
Yes,
this
yes,
character's
yes.
physicality?
Pop the fuck off, my guy.
What did you say, Kate? Sorry.
Where would you rather be?
Should I be honest or should I be nice?
Honesty's the best policy, right?
Well, where I'd like to be is, not here, really talking to anybody. But why are you? You guys are like the center of attention. Woof.
I promise you we didn't plan it this way.
I promised it was an accident.
People smell. And Mud will like go over to the horses and just like start petting them.
Perfect. Phoebe goes, well, everyone enjoy the festival then.
What did you do to them? What did you do to them?
What did I
you
do to
something
him?
to them? Yes.
Well,
Knowing you must have done something to them.
well, my boys here had to strike him up a bit because found him as a stowaway on the ship. But besides that, not much. Talked. I don't think they're exactly cut out to be in my employ, but perhaps they'll find better things with you. Call it a full moon festival gift.
Enjoy the festival, Miss Squall.
You as well, Miss Terraborg, you as well. Boys! Snaps her fingers, and the giant orcish berserkers, they come over. Mud, they grab you on both of your arms, they hoist you up, and they toss you over to the other
I
cart.
have legs.
As they get tossed over, everyone here is able to recognize that Mud is currently restrained at the hands. And as then Phoebe goes, enjoy the festival! As her cart pulls off and she begins to leave.
What's this about, bro?
Yeah, do you want us to let you out?
What's this about?
Here, I have a dagger. I have a dagger.
He'll like get a foot in there and like start being like...
That's not reassuring at all.
I don't like, I carefully like kind of like hold a hand out and show you the dagger.
What if I
hold
just
my
take
hands
like
up for
a
yours?
claw? I just like extend my, and then and I pick it off and it rips.
Okay, fine.
The rope restraints are gone. Mud, you are free. As you immediately then curl them back up into the ball. Another ad on the video. Let's go, Pog. All right.
Hey, they just love us so much.
They do.
Decided to monetize us against our will.
As you guys continue to move. In this, and then as Mud has just joined onto the cart, and as we were able to just zoom
Also,
out. Oh, what's up?
Well, now that you're close enough to him, you get the smell as well. It's like
Oh.
deep, wet earth, like deep, kind of swampy earth.
I've smelled worse.
I like go up to Yorda. I'm like, Yorda, slap me. Put
Front
me
hand or
into my
backhand?
form. Put me into my form.
Front hand or backhand?
Wait, what did you say?
Front hand or backhand?
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Just take your entire fist to my face.
Why? Why? Why?
Are you guys like kinky or shit like that? Cause like I don't think this is fucked up.
No,
dude.
Her-
no, I don't know what's happening.
Do you want some, dude? You catch his hands, dude.
No.
Front hand.
I'm gonna be
backhand.
honest with you, Mud. We've had a rough fucking day.
I'm sorry. I don't think that gives you the right to hit people.
As I am
Yes.
then punched and
Listen,
turned into
listen,
my electrical
listen,
yeah,
Schwarta,
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
your name is.
Shawarma,
Listen, Schwarta.
actually.
I don't
Shawarma.
know who the fuck any of you are, and Mud is also like fully looking at all your like chins while this is happening. He's not making any eye contact whatsoever. I don't know what the fuck is happening here, but Phoebe said if I walked away from this, she'd kick my ass, and honestly, that woman is more terrifying than maybe the people I ran away from, but honestly, what the fuck is happening? Mud will like clamber on top of the horse and just start petting it again.
Heard, why did you ask to be punched?
Okay, yes, it's very important we acknowledge the comedy of like hers, like punch me, and you were. It's fully like it's like the comedy of just like. And just like a giant fist hit your entire face. Her, why did you ask for that?
Because as I turn into my electrical form,
Ken.
I've had a long day. I think, between everything, between losing Arthur, between this, between like Phoebe, one of my, being absolutely
Bestie.
terrible, and being themselves, I turn into my form. I cast Tidal Wave on Mud to clean them off.
You gotta let me die. Gotta let me try to get out of the way of this.
So what is the save for tidal wave, Gab?
Dexterity of 14.
Perfect.
Look out for the horses! And
I got a 6.
Yes. You're able to look over as you again electricity begins crackling out from you. You're able to reach over and with like psychic powers are able to take water out of a massive barrel of cleaned and drinkable water, and just Mud, as you're standing there like arms on the horse, you guys watch as like a 6 foot wide by 6 foot like long just like barrel of water washes over the horse and Mud.
Mud fully like swallows a shit ton of it too. He's just like, oh.
I think after that I turn back into my other form. I'm
do
just
I have to
sorry.
punch you again
sorry.
to take you out of it? Is it like a button?
Nope, just had a very, very
Mud
good
is
day.
just kind of on the cobblestone like this, just like
I fly down and like help him up and back onto the horse.
I'll give you the help action or whatever. I'll help you give a hand.
Is Mud cleaner now?
Mud is cleaner than before, and
Mud just
so
got power washed.
This is unacceptable. This is like, you need to ask people before you forcibly. Why does everybody want to wash me? Just leave me alone.
I'm gonna jump off the cart and I'm gonna where the water has, I'm guessing, like mixed in with the ground or whatever.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a handful of mud off the ground and I'm gonna offer it to Mud.
This is the nicest thing anybody's done for me all day. And he'll take it and go. And
Is the parade still moving?
yes, the parade is still very well. So because
he
Yorda,
just takes a clump of mud and like eats it.
So Yorda, are you still on the cart?
If I think so. I plunged her in the face and she got off the cart.
Got it. So
I'm still in the cart.
So you guys are all like kind of like jump off to go like help Mud out real quick, and you guys watch Yorda slowly just begin to disappear.
I thought it had stopped.
Nope, it continues with the cart.
I've been flying. I like helped Mud back up onto the horse of the cart.
Okay, got it.
When he fell.
Mud is gonna cast Speak with Animals on the horse and just be like, are they like this all the time? What's your
I thought
name?
you were gonna cast it on me and I'm gonna lose it.
That's racist.
That's
fully
racist.
Buddy, I
Oh
just
my
got
God.
here. The horse just begins talking to you and goes, all I know is that I'm wet and I gotta keep prancing and dancing.
Do you need help? I could help you.
Do I need help? Like with what? Are you gonna brush my mane?
Sure.
Ah, that feels nice. I like you. What's your name?
My name's Mud.
Mud? You and I are friends now, Mud.
This is the best day of my life.
Oh, well, it's all right. Well, maybe me prancing will cheer you up as the horse just kind of like continues to dance. Now, the weird thing is, and actually, Mud, as you begin to talk to this horse, the horse says, now the weird thing is, you're my friend, but I think the first friend that I made today was the one with all of the sparklies on them.
The jingly one?
I think so, yeah. All I knew was that I had to come out of my stable, start prancing around, and then just help out the jangly one. Mud, give me an Arcana check.
Because I'm so good at those. This character is, not... Here we go. That's a 9.
9? Awesome. Magic is happening. You don't know what magic, though.
Like, Mud will just, like, continue, like, combing his fingers through the mane, and just... just gonna put his hood up.
Oh.
And like get real small on the horse.
Awesome.
Just
Everybody
put his head down.
Awesome. Everybody sees Mud doing this, and just either on the cart or by the side of the cart, just kind of sees this odd being, just kind of being very close, very dirty with an animal. In the most literal way. In the most literal way.
Pause.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
Gracious.
In my palm of the fist.
Fuck.
And as you guys kind of just like stick with the parade for a little bit, we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh my god. I have to pee
Her is
so bad.
having a mental breakdown right
Yeah,
now
this is
for
Rochi's
day.
horrible, no good, very bad. Wait,
And more like Mochi.
I was gonna. Are we Mochi?
We are Mochi now, yes.
Mochi.
We've
We're
lost
stretchy.
Arthur. We had the fear spell over us. We lost Rhyme. Cowrie did all this thing, and then we end up with Mud, and we run into Phoebe. Like, this is literally
Oh my
a day of
god.
breakdowns.
How long has it been since like Rhyme got kidnapped? Has it been like 20 minutes?
It's been like about a half an hour, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yes,
Come on, guys. You just gotta let things bounce off of you. It's no big deal.
Ah,
I slap Yorda a little bit.
is everyone still having a good time?
yes.
The ultimate
fucking
the
Louie.
juxtaposition of the vibes, but the parade will continue and we will see where it takes you. But we will be right back, everybody.
Mochi.
Mochi.
Oh my
I
god.
love your character.
Oh my
Oh,
The other day,
No,
I was
just keep
high
going,
and
it's
I had
okay.
sour cream and onion chips and chocolate milk, so that worked.
Excuse me?
Wait. Sour cream and onion and chocolate milk.
No.
Sour cream and
no.
onion chips and chocolate milk, because I was
Is your
stoned
stomach
off my
made of
ass.
steel?
It is actually, but I
Yeah,
also
it
consume
is.
about like anywhere between 2 to 5 tums a day.
It's also like you're coming up on finals week,
Wait,
right?
tubs of what?
Tums.
Oh, Tums. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
sponsor
balance.
me.
You eat like shit and then have a Tums and then it's balanced.
I have Tums and then I have my old man juice.
What is your old man juice?
It's a fiber supplement.
What the?
If
What?
it works. If it works.
I've never seen a.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
I highly
won't.
recommend it. I highly recommend it.
What was that? Like 4-in-1? Is it? Is the 4-in-1 for your bowel movements like compressing from 4 to 1?
It's Metamucil. Yeah. Oh my god.
making, like,
you'll love
Miralax?
going to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Also,
it's essentially Miralax.
what the fuck, my guy?
That is the only reason you're like shitting. There's no like or else you'd be
That looks
clogged.
good. That looks
does
good,
look-
actually.
No,
That does look
sound
Gab,
good.
it'd be the opposite.
If you
It would
like
just
coffee, they're good.
Mm-hmm. It would just be sweet. It would just be really sweet.
So the stuff he's drinking, the old man stuff, is straight Miralax. That's gonna make you
No, it's
Go.
not. It's not actually Miralax. It's a
Go.
supplement that you like
But
stir
it's-
into water.
right, but it's
It's
like
a
the same
fiber
sort of
supplement.
thing.
yeah, exactly.
It's
It doesn't
fiber.
make
Yeah.
it doesn't make me shit more. It just makes my shit better.
And that's now on the internet for everybody to see.
Wait,
Yes.
are we back streaming?
No, we are.
Well,
we
we've
are.
been streaming the whole
100%.
time, technically, but I wanted to capture some of this insanity in the actual
Wonderful.
fucking.
Wait, but
article.
I have a question. Were you saying are they coffee with a C or toffee with a T?
Toffee.
T, toffee.
You know,
okay.
you know where we need
Coffee
to take
Oreos would be
Nico.
good though.
Where?
You know where we need to take Nico
Where?
to the Italian restaurant to get seafood risotto.
Oh my god, he would eat. He'd eat every lobster in the back and then walk out like nothing happened.
Oh my
I don't-
god.
I don't like lobster, but I'm assuming the fish does not get cooked.
Kate got
no.
food poisoning.
Not me,
Kate
not
with
me,
a
other
K.
Mm.
My stomach didn't feel good after eating the risotto. It was not a good time.
I'll tell my girlfriend to go back and watch this part of the episode. and she'll
Hell
be like,
yeah.
"What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Hell yeah.
Hey, if you need a recommendation for a place near my area, I got you.
If you guys have any weird food cravings, text me first. I'll try it.
Have you ever tried the red? Oh my god, what is it again? It's Oh fuck, what is it? It's. Have you guys ever seen people eat Mentos and then drink Diet Coke?
That you're just creating like a caffeination bomb in your stomach.
Yes. Have you ever wondered what you'd look like if you were pregnant, even if you're a guy? That's what it would look like. because essentially what happens, because the reaction, because like, you know, we've all seen the videos of like the Mentos and the Coke and it just like explodes out. If you eat it, all that foam is just building in your gut and it makes you the most bloated you've ever been in your life.
That's horrifying.
Nico,
hate
you'd be
that.
fine.
I'd rather be dead.
I hate
Also,
that so much.
if anyone's watching, go New York Knicks. Fuck Cleveland. Let's get it, baby.
You heard it here
What
first,
happened?
folks.
I
If
came
you're
back
watching
and
from
you all looked
Cleveland, we do not like
terrified.
you.
Love,
If you're from
love the Knicks,
Cleveland,
baby. I love the
sucks
Knicks.
to suck, baby. If you're
Let's
from
go
Cleveland,
Knicks.
it sucks to suck.
All
Love
of
the
us
Knicks.
love-
Lost context. We were talking about eating
no, he
Mentos
could-
and then drinking Coke.
Oh, because being pregnant.
Eating
isn't
what?
bad.
Oh, and then eating Mentos and then drinking Coca-Cola so that it fizzes.
Basically, that's
Oh,
exactly.
what do I do?
That is my favorite video of all time.
Yep.
I love that video.
Everybody, if you're watching
Your
this,
boyfriend may have the entirety of the Lego Death Star, but can he drink an entire can of sparkling soda
Yeah,
without burping?
everybody that's watching right now, I will link it in the description of the YouTube. Or just Google how to chug a sparkling water or whatever, and you will get
Yeah.
the most comedic video you've ever seen.
What do I do?
I don't think
do I
I've
do?
ever seen that.
Oh, oh my god.
Oh,
I'd pull it up on stream, but I don't know how that would work. So
Probably not. Probably not. I'll watch it later.
But
It
yeah.
was the
then
meme
you
of,
get
of the beach
Pinkerton stuff
weekend.
into your game.
You'll know when you see it, Gab. You'll know when you see it.
Oh, wait. When the Now I
guy
gotta
slams his
pull it
head
up.
into the garage.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hold up.
There you go.
Okay. Sparkling water. What did I have to
Chug.
look up?
Chug sparkling water.
Chug sparkling water, guy garage.
You don't need that. I think Chug sparkling
Man
water.
door hand hook car gun.
I was about to say that.
That's probably not the order.
Man
Man
runs
hook
into the
hand
garage
car
while
door.
attempting. Hold up. I think I found it. Man runs into garage door while attempting sparkling water challenge.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. I
If
just
that
spit.
guy's out there and you're watching, Godspeed, sir.
I just spit
Sure.
sarsaparilla into my hand because that was so fucking funny.
Oh, you said sarsaparilla. That's why you said it.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying
My
something-
sarsaparilla.
Hey, A Treat, please sponsor us. A Treat, old-fashioned sarsaparilla made with real cane sugar. This shit, fuck. This is DM fuel.
My sarsaparilla.
My
My mom
sarsaparilla.
loves that.
Oh god.
Alright, I
also
watched
love
it.
those-
Yeah, I remember this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Core memory.
My
Yes.
memory's just bad.
But speaking about things to remember, are we all ready to jump back in? Or are there any other
Yes,
memes
yes.
to go over?
What,
There would be nothing fat-ass.
Drew, what's your gun sound like?
What's my... I can't do it. There's a great video of a guy. I'll link that TikTok in the description too. It's like it was
I
your guns. I'm
know
like,
that one.
ah! It sounds like Woody from Toy Story.
I do have
Yeah.
one.
For the first, yeah. What's up?
I do have one.
What's up?
Uh-oh, gotta go. Uh-oh, gotta go. Shut.
I want to buy one of those toys just for the meme.
Let's move on.
You don't want a
Please,
shitting turtle in your house?
Let's move
What's
on,
wrong with
please.
you? Okay.
Let's move
Drew,
on.
what comes first, your birthday or Christmas? I'll get you one.
Christmas.
We'll get it as a DM
Oh,
gift.
baby, I'm really excited for Christmas this year. Papa's getting a brand new uh-oh, gotta go. Okay. With all that, are we ready to jump back in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Let me get the music started once again,
Oh my God.
and we're good. I feel like we're all high right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I wish. I mean, what?
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
What? Huh? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Oh my god, okay. Whew, okay, deep breath. Okay, and we're back in. The parade, the cycle march, still going strong. As you guys are able to just kind of meander around each other, you guys are still traveling east. As you guys hit the center of the city, you hit the main market within Ubhav. Right, you come to the pillars right underneath the gate, Yasa's sanctuary, and you guys are able to see the massive stage which has been constructed in the center of the city. Everyone here, please give me perception checks.
Am
There
I
we
good
go.
at these? Let's check.
Yes.
You should be. It's
You should be. Or gooder.
Good.
16.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
I
I'm
got,
on top of that horse being like,
Got it.
I got 21.
21,
10.
10,
19.
19. Olive and Yorda, you are both able to recognize as this with this massive stage. The rear section of the stage, there is a large throne. A throne almost large enough to hold a gargantuan creature. In front of that throne, you are able to see 4 separate seats. 4 smaller thrones. The first throne is made out of weaved vines. The second throne is made out of like stacked and glued together books. The third throne is made out of repurposed ship's wood. And the fourth throne is made out of metal gears and trinkets and things like that. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with that, the parade continues in front of the stage as you guys then begin traversing the easternmost road of Ubhav, going to Kipyup. As the parade continues along just through the center of the city.
Did Mud roll the nat 20, right? Did they see anything else?
That was the nat 20 basically.
oh, okay.
I was not thinking to describe those, but with the nat 20, that's what that'll buy you.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Can I see how much farther ahead like the parade has to go?
What do you mean by that? Do you mean like a stopping point?
Yeah.
Well, you understand that, like, with the way that the streets operate, this parade will probably cut through the center of the city, and it will hit either the northern road going to Holstuff or the southern road going to the edge of Kipyup, basically like back towards Ancraft. And so you'd have to assume, like, the parade will probably split once it reaches that end and then kind of dissipate from there.
Okay. So, sounds good.
Okay.
And so we're currently heading into Kipyup.
Yeah, so you're heading east in between Kipyup and Holdstuff currently.
And is there like an interior section of the cart, or is it all like exposed?
Just an exposed
outdoor?
basic cart. Imagine the back of a pickup truck essentially, where there's like kind of like there's a sidewall, a small little latch door, and like basically a seat for the person to kind of like, you know.
Yeah, this is a
Ford Bronco cart. Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I'm just imagining this is a Ford Bronco.
No, but essentially like a small seat for the driver, and then that's about it. There's not really any coverings.
Yeah. Seeing Mud just kind of having some horse time, I kind of like corral the group into sort of like the back section of the cart, if I may. And I just keep my voice low so that only the four of us hear.
Can I make a perception check to hear?
Give it to me at disadvantage. Because you're
talking to a horse.
You're so focused on this
because-
one.
Talking to a horse.
Yeah, what's your passive?
The lower one is gonna be a 21.
okay.
Wait, no. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is, hang on, is 16.
So you are, so you already rolled
I
that.
rolled a 15 and a natural 20 again. Okay,
so you already you just kind of hear the horse, and it's like, well, I don't know, what's your favorite kind of hay? And you're just kind of like, this is unimportant, and you kind of like look back to the group, guys, converse.
I relay what I know about where the parade is going. So it seems like we'll get to a stopping point at either it'll split between Kipyup and Holstuff, you said?
Yes.
GM. I know it's been a long day, but her will be in Kipyup if you want to continue on Rahi's trail.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
I've never been to the Tiger's Eye, but today can't keep getting worse.
Well, with
That's what we said when we
Every
went to
time you
bed.
say that,
I know,
it
I'm
somehow
so-
manages
With
to go.
Rahi, it will get worse, but it's fine. Let's just get it over
Kipyup
with.
was lovely up until it wasn't.
We lost Arthur there.
That's not the district's fault, and it's not ours either. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make this better.
I say we go. We do what Rahi says. We'll go back to the tavern after, and we'll take the longest rest we freaking need. You know, it's been a long ass day.
Yes, it has. Once we're at the more private place, I'll explain more detail. But I give like the TLDR to Cowrie of what was going on.
Okay.
After being injected. And I hand them the syringe. I'll say I still have it.
I will absolutely keep it.
You're
Ooh, thank you.
Empty syringe.
I gotta respect the hustle. Your inventory is bloated. You have 61 pieces of clothing.
No, it's not just clothing. There's some rice.
That's true,
And
that's true.
beads.
Are you saying? Gab, as a player, are you saying that her caught individual pieces of rice and hooked them onto Cowrie's assortments?
Yeah, or like
in my hair.
Or like I took like a bra and like kind of wrapped it up together and made like a little pouch for it to sit in.
For catching rice.
Oh my
We call that ye old cup of noodles. Anyway.
My goodness. Also, with Olive explaining to me everything that happened when I was unconscious, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what spell was cast?
Yes, give me an Arcana check.
Can I give him the help action?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will ask her, from your past experiences with Rahi, do you feel like this is just leg 2 of a longer thing, or do you think that this will be it for her?
You know what, Yorda? I say this a lot. I really do. And this is no harm to you. I'm just having a day. I don't know shit about Rahi. Rahi wants to kill me. I don't know why. You know what? Screw her. I'm gonna kill her first.
Hell
Hearing
yeah.
all of this is just gonna go back to petting the horse and be like, they're fucking crazy.
Humans are so complicated. Why not just roam and eat grass and grain and things like that?
Oh,
I got a 17 on that
17?
Arcana check.
Excellent. Say 17. It has faded now ever so subtly that people now assume that they simply wanted to do it in the beginning, and now that it's faded, it's like, oh, like that makes total sense. But you realize that that multiple spells were cast on these people, at least the initial 1,000 or so that were coming here. The first spell which was cast was a mass charm person. And the second spell which was cast was a mass irresistible dance.
Okie doke. Good to know.
That's a spell.
And also, Cowrie, due to that injection and that trip, you may add 3 more instruments to your proficiency ability.
Ooh,
Of your
that's
own
exciting. Ooh. Let me write down. 3
So fun.
instruments. Oh, it's so exciting.
See if you let me do the devious things to you, get rewarded. D&D, baby.
Damn, they got proficiencies.
As the parade continues, as you guys kind of got to talking, Mud, the horse, kind of diverts from his course a little bit and goes, well, I kind of know some of the places they're talking about. With the parade following behind.
I want it to be known I fully braided
Aw.
this horse's hair and put flowers in it.
I like that.
Some rice.
The D's too. As you guys are...
I just out of a pouch pull out some grass and feed it to him.
Pull some grass out of your hair. Just feed it to the horse.
Yeah.
As you guys travel and you come to the same open field that you were in not 8 hours ago, you come to the nighttime open sand field and river field right in front of the Aphrodite temple. And now that you are... What's up? What's up?
Nope, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll do it after.
As you are now looking for it, you are able to see behind the Aphrodite temple, you are able to see a very simple open door building illuminated by different oil lamp posts around it, and on the sign out front, you're able to see the vertical slits of 2 tigers' eyes.
Very cool. May I do it? Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. I interrupt people a lot.
No, go ahead. I was going to ask the DM something, so you do your character first.
I don't have any money.
We're sort of on I don't want to say all expenses paid.
We're racking up a big tab with someone.
Yes, we I don't think we'll need to be paying for anything.
So
We're on some
what you're
sort.
saying is I can eat as much food as I want and somebody else is gonna pay for it?
I would just be careful because the last time we ate food, we ended up be having terrible nightmares about things we never want to picture. So
I
Well,
don't-
that will happen if you're allergic to gluten, but I'm not allergic to gluten, so I think it'll be okay.
How
not
about you
allergic to
stick
anything.
to drinking instead while we
I-
don't know the fruit?
I
I'd be
don't think that's
careful with the
what will
drinks,
happen.
too.
Just I'm sorry you've been thrown into this situation. I promise we will explain. For now, just follow us, okay?
I mean, I'm leading you guys, but okay.
When we
if
get
there's
and when we
food
get into
involved,
when we get into the tavern, when we get into the establishment.
I'm gonna go on the limb.
Gonna,
and
like,
assume you don't
pick
eat
a
mud.
leaf out of my hair and just eat it.
Okay.
Mud. I'm gonna go on the limb and assume you don't eat meat.
I eat anything.
Oh,
I
fun.
should have. Okay.
If it can be digested, I'll eat it.
I can respect that.
Love the hustle. Okay.
I haven't eaten in an hour. I'm
So
really
we're
hungry.
riding to the tavern.
Yes. So to add,
We're still riding.
as the parade begins
Boss
to
made a
do,
decomposer.
as the parade then begins to do a lap around the temple, you guys are able to very subtly get off of the cart and then be walk through the field and then be standing in front of the tiger's eye.
Could I make a perception check to see if, kind of like how when we were at, the Triple F, we realized Rahi wasn't inside. Can I make a perception check to see if she's around the
I
area?
was about to ask you for the same thing. Give me a perception.
Can I give her the help action?
No. And Yorda, can you please give me a perception check real quick?
Yes.
Can I give him the help action?
I'm flipping my coin. I'm flipping my
Come
coin.
on, you love her so much.
Drew, can I
get-
give my brother the help action?
Yes, you may.
Did I get-
Wow.
did I get? I got an 18.
You got an 18.
I got a 13.
You got a 13? Okay.
Could I do an Arcana check like last time?
Okay.
You did say
Is that-
perception, right?
Yes, perception checks.
Okay.
So actually give this to me with advantage. So roll one more time. And I'll explain
Perception or
why. Perception.
Arcana. Okay. Nat 20.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
God.
A couple of things happen in succession here. Succession, whatever. Yorda, you look up, and above the tiger's eye, only 2 stories above you, cloaked in shadow, you're able to see a perched figure, hood still up, feet like a wide squatted stance, arms in between them, with a tail moving behind them, and you're able to notice that this is a cat ready to pounce, basically. But you realize that their head is not looking at you. And Yorda, you kind of like turn around, kind of like try to follow their gaze, and you notice Yorda doing that. And as you follow Yorda's gaze, you begin like again, you know this, scan the treetops, try to like scan to see where things are. And you're able to look to the top section of like the Pantheon-esque building of the Aphrodite Temple. And again, 400, 500 feet away, ever so faintly, you're able to see a figure sitting on the side of the Aphrodite Temple, and with a nat 20 you're able to see a foot tapping to beat with the music of the parade, with slight electric pulses around them at the same rhythm.
May I start walking over?
To Aphrodite Temple?
Yep.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Okay. Yorda, you see that as you start walking over, Yorda, you see this figure 2 stories above you. Almost completely obvious. Do you say anything?
Is it the same figure that I've been tracking?
You know who this is.
That's been pop locking and dropping it.
Yep.
I'll like look forward, but say like loud enough for them to hear. Care for a drink? Inside?
Cowrie, Mud, and Olive, you're all able to watch as this figure jumps up off of the side and 2-story drop completely easily, and then lands directly in front of Yorda. Stands up, is about equal height, maybe like an inch or two shorter than Yorda, and puts their hood back, and you're able to see a lioness underneath. And to either side of their head, you're able to see lightning bolts shaved into like their fur. As this figure looks at Yorda, puts a pawed hand onto their mithril shoulder and goes, "Brother, well, I'd be happy to," and then embraces you very tightly.
Big bear lion hug for the lion, I guess. The lion.
This figure turns, puts an arm around you, turns back and looks at your current party and goes, "I don't think I've had the pleasure to introduce myself. I don't think we've met before. My name is Skylar."
Hello. Lovely to meet you. I hope.
Hi.
For sure. Skylar is one of my older siblings. And, I didn't know that you were going to be stationed so close to where I was sent out.
It seems... they kind of like looks to you and goes, "Well, it seems sometimes storms can have unpredictable paths.
That they do.
As you know, things... I kind of like, leans in a bit close to you, just kind of like whisper to you and goes, "And things were going well originally, but new seeds have sprouted up that I think deserve cultivating.
Ready.
For example..."
Well,
Oh, no, yes, oh, please, I don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, I was going to say we'll save the important chitter-chatter for another time, right? Let's, unless... Her saw something that I didn't see. I don't know. She's gone. I don't know where.
Oh, yes, everybody, yes. I would love to meet your electrified friend, everybody. But first, I want to watch her kill herself. Her is her name, correct? The pronoun.
Yes.
Yes, and why?
Fascinating.
What are you talking about?
Because there is another electrified woman up on the top of that pantheon there, and I believe that she might be very important. As Skylar gestures to the top of the pantheon and points out Rahi to all of you.
So it's like electricity, like a theme with you guys?
Oh, this
Are
is
you, like, really into lightning?
Basically just picked this guy up. His name is Mud.
Hi.
Skylar approaches you, Mud,
Oh god.
and immediately goes, and you're able to see like a lioness's like nose kind of like crinkle and go, "You haven't bathed in weeks?"
So? I don't know. This is a goddamn pirate town. Why is everybody so...
An excellent way to throw off predators. Very smart.
You guys are fucking weird.
Looks back to you, Yorda, and goes, "Your friend is very strange."
Friend is strong for how short a time I've known this guy.
Skylar
But
then looks to you, cocks her head, her ears, kind of like move around and goes, "And also, he is new, I believe."
Yeah. I don't know how much you've been seen or been pacing, but quite a lot to talk about. But I prefer not to lose another friend in such a short span, so why don't we deal with that?
I couldn't agree more. Well, let's stay back, though. Let's see how this progresses. As
He's just gonna take a tuft of grass from the cobblestone and shove it in his mouth.
I don't want to let this play out. She super stabbed her really hard
the last time.
I would like to go to
Yes,
there.
can we interfere, please?
Yes, absolutely. Here, you all lead the way. And as she like ushers you guys forward to kind of like go and follow her, as you guys, even you, Yorda, everyone here give me perception checks.
15.
Dirty 20.
22.
23.
23. Yeah, and her.
My little brown dice is so excited to be rolled again. It's like, here
Yorda, what'd you get?
22.
22. Excellent. You are all able to look back, and Skylar is completely gone. She has disappeared.
Oh, fuck. What?
You stop looking at her.
sister.
You stop looking at her for maybe like 3 seconds, and she is gone.
She does that?
Yeah, she does that. It's one of
That's
her,
wild.
an oldie but a goodie, if you know what I mean.
She said she was stationed here. Is she like a soldier?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite. We'll dig we'll dig into my bag once we can sit down. and have a
Okay. Okay.
Okay. With all of that, as all of you begin rushing after her, I'm gonna change the music. This will be the last thing we do today. I am getting ready for a sequence break, and I'm very excited. Her.
Mm-hmm.
You begin approaching the Aphrodite Temple, this time from, the southeastern side. And you begin to approach where Rahi is hanging off of the side. Again, 30 stories tall, very far up, but still that outline, you know what to look for. As you begin to approach her, what do you do?
So 30 stories tall, you're saying?
30 stories up. It's a very tall building.
It's a very tall building. From the outside, is there any way to climb up it?
Oh, well, I mean, you can always try. There certainly are, notch. If you want to, free base rock climb, some of the pillars towards the front, you're able to kind of, get your hand around some of the protrusions of the rock and try to, kind of shimmy your way up if you want.
Well, let me ask you another question. 30 stories tall. How many feet would you say that is?
Let me just double check. Moss, how tall is the Aphrodite Temple? Is it 30 stories tall, or am I missaying that?
The statue is 30 feet tall.
30 feet tall.
The temple could be around 60 feet tall.
Apologies. 6 stories up. I got my numbers mixed up. There's a lot.
That's a skyscraper right there.
There's a lot of stuff to remember. I'm sorry.
It's okay, bud. You're doing so well.
Right, so
6 stories up.
This is what I think I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the building next to it. I'm gonna attempt to climb that. Once I'm about maybe 30 feet up. Well, I guess let's make the check and see if I can even climb it first, and then I'll go from there.
You mean athletics or acrobatics check?
17?
17.
That's acrobatics.
17. With your lighter state of being, What's up?
Wait a second. I can, once a day, bonus action. I can levitate, right? As a bonus action.
I was waiting for you to remember that you had that. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up 20 feet using levitate. And does that use a spell slot, or is that used as a first level?
I think you can just use that once a day as your. I think it's a racial feat. If not, fuck it.
Yeah, it's a racial feat, but I just forget what it is.
Oh, you can just use it then. It doesn't cost anything.
Cool. I'm gonna levitate up 20 feet. From there, I'm gonna cast Misty Step to be on top of the roof. I'm also going to cast Mage Armor on myself just in case.
And your levitate is as you begin floating. And with that 17, I'll give this to you. You're able to grab onto the protrusions from the segmented columns and everyone approaching her is able to watch her effortlessly begin weightlessly pull herself up until about midway up the temple. And then you're able to watch her see disappears into a rumble of storm clouds and reforms on the top of the building.
And I think the weird thing is you've only really seen her go into this one if she's attacked or in an attack mode, I guess, but this is like just kind of out of the norm. I guess more out of anger and like fear than, you know.
Does she do this a lot?
Only when we're being attacked.
Or when certain people piss her off.
Do you get attacked and or piss people off a lot?
We're
Pretty much as a rule.
Not to brag, we're pretty good at it.
Oh, fuck me.
You won't have to talk to the people we're attacking.
And also, we might
You don't have to talk to anyone.
And we might run just a little bit longer, because if this sequence breaks, you're going to know exactly what's coming next session. We'll see, though. As you get to the top of the temple, give me a quick perception or insight check.
That's good. That's a decent roll. Perception. Oh, insight 21.
21. You're able to know that Rahi knows that you're on this building. Rahi was able to watch you do all of that, but Rahi has not moved and is still just gazing out at the parade now moving around the temple. She's looking at the almost full moon high in the sky, the beautiful stars above you, the palm trees, all of it. And she just sits there wordlessly.
Hate to ruin a beautiful evening, but you free to chat now?
You're able to, un de toi, toi de un. And you're able to see the wings on her back, small, still present, but small on her back, as she hears you say that. And says back, I don't know if I can be happy, but here, well, I guess it's the closest I've ever come. And as she just does, so how close are you to her right now?
Well, I think I'm slowly approaching, but
Okay.
you know, slowly, just in case if things were to get out of hand, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be attacked.
Mage armor's still on you.
Yes.
With that insight check, you realize that in this moment, this is kind of like a zebra approaching a lion, where it's like, Rahi isn't moving because, like, every time that she has attacked you, it's been out of emotion. It's not because she's felt threatened by you. And so, in this, as I just made a charisma check, charisma saving throw for her. She got high enough. She's currently able to keep herself calm to talk with you. Make sense?
Okay.
As you begin to approach her.
So, what were you expecting me to see when I eat that food?
She swings her legs over. She swings her legs back over until she's like looking at you, and she, again, like knife hand pointing at you, clearly still very frustrated, but kind of controlling herself a bit better, goes, "Gee, I got no fucking clue. Maybe when Hammerhead got ripped apart. Maybe when we lost Wrecker. Maybe whatever scared the shit out of you bad enough they just disappeared. Maybe any of that, you see any of that on your little fucking journey. By the way, I hope you ate every goddamn bite, you bitch. That cost me a lot of cash."
Well, it was money well spent. Because honestly, I'm going to tell you a couple things. One, I didn't see your little friend, or whatever you were saying. I didn't see you. I didn't see the Duke. I didn't see any of whatever I was supposed to fucking see. You know, actually, I could tell you what I saw, but you know what? Why should I? Because you wouldn't know, and nobody knows. I've asked people who this person is, what this force is, and you know what? You know what they told me? They don't know. So you know what? You can go to hell for making me go through this again and again. And you know what? You weren't even the first person to show me it. I've seen this before. And you know what? It happens every goddamn night at this point that I see this person rolling fucking dice in the shadows, doing whatever the fuck they want, and I'm not scared of it anymore. There is no fear. It's acceptance at this point, because I've had the worst fucking day. I've lost people I've cared about, and you know what? You just sit there and you laugh and you put me through fucking misery. So if you're gonna really call someone a bitch who doesn't even remember anything that's happened before, that kind of makes you a bitch, honestly.
I'm fucking speechless. Give me a quick intimidation roll with advantage.
That's a 18. Not bad,
Give me
but
a quick. Because again, she's got some paladin in her. Let's see. She does not. She thinks about, like, you can see that she wants to say something. She kind of stops herself. She met your 18, so it resonated with her, but it didn't have like an overwhelming effect of like overpowering her in the conversation. You kind of know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
As she kind of gets up, she gets up and she like puts a knife hand of fingers like on like your shoulder basically, and kind of like pushes you a little bit and goes, "You see me fucking laughing about any of this?" And you're able to see the pockets where her eyes should be. Give me a quick nature check with advantage.
Oh no, they both rolled the same number. Nature, it's only a 14.
You're able to identify a bad thunderstorm happening in her eyes, lightning cracking and rain falling.
Great.
And as she looks at you and goes like, "No, I'm not laughing about any of this because I can see what you leave us for those fucking goofballs down there." Something like that. As you guys just kind of hear like, it's like just shouting from 6 stories up.
Don't wave.
Is that like her ex-girlfriend or something?
I don't know.
Pushes pushes you a little bit. Like, it's now like basically almost like chest to chest with you, and goes, "God!" And she turns away, clenches her fist, and goes, "You're so stubborn. Why were you always so stubborn? You're stubborn now. You can't remember anything fucking else, and you're still a mule." She gets like really close to you again.
Are they gonna kiss?
I think I just start laughing. Like laugh in her face. And then I push her a little bit just for fun, just to see what happens.
You push her a little bit. She goes like, "What the fuck you doing?" She gets like pushed back a little bit.
What? Just a taste of your own medicine,
What role do you want to give me as you say that?
Oh no. I don't know, probably either performance or intimidation, I guess.
Go right
right?
ahead. Give it to me.
Performance, intimidation. Oh, they're the same. It's only a 13, and I know it's not great.
Okay.
Mama 10, that's good.
I think, not seeing her be threatened at all, I'm like, so are you going to tell me why you're doing all of this? Or are we going to have to do this like the hard way?
Well, first of all, she like, kind of gets like pushed as you kind of like push her a little bit again. She full body double hand like just shoves you back about 10 feet as you just kind of like levitate off spin. She goes like, "Better stop fucking doing that. Stop that."
So are we going to chat? Or what's going on? What's your plan?
I don't really have one, honestly. I'm a little bit surprised to even see you again.
Because, I thought you were always one step ahead of us, trying to lead us on this little path, come to the arbor, even though our plan was to come to the arbor, just being one step ahead all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's called being smarter than somebody.
That's funny, because I'm pretty smart too. And with that, I'm gonna Misty step right behind her, and then try to put both my hands in my pocket, and I'm gonna try to force feed her one of the fear food, from the food from the Triple F.
Okay. Awesome. As you say that,
This is my second time trying to force people to do things they don't want to do.
Break more things.
as you
Incredible.
Misty, you disappear. Puff of clouds reform directly behind her. You're gonna give me a sleight of hand check with advantage, and I'm going to make an opposed athletics check with disadvantage. Now again,
Oh, God.
Rahi gets a +9 to this roll. What did you get with the sleight of hand check? With
I didn't
advantage?
roll yet. I
Okay.
didn't roll yet.
Where's the bucket?
I'm going to tell you what you have to beat, okay?
Yeah, give me that. Give me that.
With disadvantage, you have to beat a 21. Sorry. With me rolling with disadvantage, you roll with advantage.
I only get a +3 to this.
You have to get an 18 or higher on one of these dice for this to work.
Believe.
I
It was
believe.
a 15.
That was a 15.
Ooh.
As you
Wow.
disappear, reappear, as you take out one of the biscuits and basically like one hand like around her neck basically, the other hand coming around to her face with the biscuit. She effortlessly grabs onto your arm and stops you dead in your tracks. As you realize that
Can
now
I-
you are grappled, you are unable to even move your arm.
I can't even grapple. Great. I'm just gonna Misty step again right behind her and try to shove the other one in.
Well, you didn't lose the first biscuit. You can always just try again.
Oh yeah, then I'll try again. I'm just gonna Misty step again.
Perfect.
Guys, I'm running out of spell
Yeah,
slots for this. We're gonna fucking do this and then we're gonna
got
run.
You got this.
You better hope we're getting a long rest.
The music is incredible for this moment.
Killer. Yeah, excellent. Again, you have. So I shit you not. With me rolling with disadvantage, you have to beat a 21.
Are you fucking kidding?
She gets a plus. I've been
My
rolling
God.
12s and 11s.
Ugh.
That's an 18.
It's an 18.
So 18 plus 3 for a 21.
Yes. Let's go.
For the first time that this happens, you. As she goes, "What the fuck are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?" This is the first time.
I don't say anything. I just do it all over again.
You just, as she's grabbing onto your arm, you just, as you just reappear on the other side and just shove the biscuit straight into her mouth. As the biscuit is shoved directly into her mouth, you immediately see her thunderstorm eyes immediately turn, one of them turns into a writhing tornado, and one of them turns into a torrential downpour of rain as she immediately, her wings begin, expanding, contracting, as she, and buckles over onto the ground and just starts like gripping at the stone, as she is now within a fear state.
I think I'm just gonna take a small, I'm just gonna laugh for a second and be like, well, can't miss out on all the fun. And I take the other bite and I eat it.
Oh, to connect. Oh, shit.
As you
You're so smart.
As you bite on the other biscuit, and her, as you immediately black out, but in the moment before you black out, I'm just gonna, tell me if this is like too railroady, you immediately hit the dirt, like lay next to her, and grab onto her arm as your consciousness escapes you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just to make sure I think, knowing what we saw was obvious, us all being together probably shouldn't have happened, but I'm gonna whatever it is, try my best to bring her in, see the same thing. Like what we saw at the tavern.
Okay. And as the group on the ground watches as Rahi and her get into a bit of a shoving match, you watch as this little teleportation happens. You watch her do some kind of move to Rahi, and they both then fall over onto the ground. What do you guys do?
I still have fly cast on myself. I I look between Yorda or Cowrie and say, anyone want to go up and see?
No.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I grab Cowrie's hand and fly us both up to the roof.
As you, all of you, kind of like channel the water from the streams into your legs as you then begin rocketing up towards the roof. As you then get to the roof, only maybe like 20 seconds later, as you then are able to see Rahi, like basically on all fours, her on their back, them both like wailing and screaming in this fear state. You're able to see that in this moment, oddly enough, her has placed a hand on Rahi's shoulder lying down, and Rahi has placed a hand on hers shoulder with her on the ground. As it seems like they're like, in this state, for some reason, they have connected together in a way.
Since I could sense the like fear spell so strongly back at the Triple F, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can tell that that's what's happening here?
Yeah, Cowrie, you would know immediately. You'd be able to recognize that very easily. Yes,
Okay,
and you do see crumbs all around them. Yes.
I kick the crumbs away.
Fuck these crumbs.
You sweep them off the side of the building, and Mud goes, "Oh, crumbs!"
No! Just stomp them.
Do you go into a fear state? Does Mud go into a fear state? I need to know what
Like
Mud's
a
fears are.
Bird just blacks out onto the ground. Oh,
Can we please start next session with Mud's fear, please?
and as the
Hang on.
crumbs are falling off of the building, and Cowrie and Olive, as you guys are on the top of the Aphrodite temple, you watch as Skylar emerges out from behind like a nearby like rock pillar, kind of like connecting the architecture, and goes, "Incredibly interesting indeed." As Mud, you just kind of notice with bird-like instincts a crumb flying towards you as you like with snowflakes when you're a kid. You swallow it and immediately, boom, you black out almost instantly. And Yorda, as you just kind of watch this random new guy pass out on the floor next to you, that is where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh my fucking god.
They said it as a joke.
It was a
Fucking
joke.
we ball.
I think the honorable thing to do is bury Mud. That's what he wants to be. That's what he wants to be anyway, right?
Well,
just do it
gotta
as
roll a
well.
new character.
Oh,
He's gone.
Oh, I
Nice
feel like-
knowing him.
oh my god! Ladies and gentlemen, are we all having a good time?
Get it out.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh god!
I did write down that this character is extremely food driven.
Okay. First of all, Rahi's treasure hunt, the thing that started all of this, has now been completely sequence broken with that incredible move.
Hey, who knows? We're still gonna do it.
So-
Maybe.
Get incredibly excited as hold on, I need to collect myself. I can't just talk my way through this. Gab, I love you. What
That
what
was
the fuck?
so smart. That was so cool.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Baller moves.
What wouldn't I give for just a speck of your brilliance?
I love that there is a secret chat in the Discord specifically to discuss crazy plans, and I feel like Gab contributes and then just does her own shit anyway. Just fully like the
Oh
shit,
no, this
like,
is not planned.
yeah, there are plans, and then there are like Gab's like meta plans like on top of those.
Well, like as soon as like I like okay, so guys, I kind of like talked to Drew about it, but I wanted like it to be a surprise for everyone else. But like as soon as we were in the state and like everything was happening together, I was like, there's no way her doesn't try to steal 2 portions and give it to her and Rahi and go into this, you know?
What a
So
long
that's why I
con.
specifically said 2 portions, like when I was at
God
the Triple
damn.
F.
I
That's so
And the funniest thing about that is that I assume that would happen at the end, where it's like you would meet up with Rahi, like the way, like, because I set this up to showcase the Arbor, like what you guys contributed to this, and Gab's whole mission has been like, I don't want to see any more people's creations, Drew. I just want to sequence break this whole thing.
Well, the thing is, here's my thing. I wasn't gonna do it this session. However, Arthur died. We went to did the triple F.
Yep.
We lost Rhyme.
Yep.
Then I run into Phoebe, and then we get Mud, and her is having a full mental breakdown.
Okay, understandable. Also,
Full
like,
mental
And then
breakdown.
we get
also,
Mud.
Phoebe will kill you as soon as look at you, but you guys are cool. Like, she's not like hostile towards you.
Yeah, I know. I think it's just more like the tension is just building, and it's like, oh, and the debt, and
Okay.
now we have this new person that's like,
Got
you
it.
know.
So here's a cool thing about that, and I'm gonna make a promise right now to hook people. We're gonna spend most likely the majority of next session just on what is going on right now between, like, well, first of all, Mud's whole thing. Very excited for that because it's like, oh, I want a slow drip backstory. Nah, bitch, getting it all at once immediately. That's gonna be a ton of fun. And also, we're going to focus mainly on her and Rahi's shared experience, because in this moment, not the entire thing, but hers backstory will be revealed. A good portion of it will be revealed.
Oh no, that we should have continued the treasure hunt so then it wouldn't just end.
Man,
I was trying
wouldn't it
to
have been
intimidate
nice?
her.
Wouldn't it have been nice if the DM had planned out a way for it to, like, us to get a slow drip of our backstory than rather hit all at once?
Well, the reason was, like, I think all of this began because back in, like, session 3 or 4, like, I had the Duke say, and you would never want to ruin the wonderful treasure hunt the Dungeon Master set up for you. And then Gab was like, you bet, motherfucker. Like,
We can still go to the places.
I
No, we
will
are
say-
100. The thing is that we're gonna do it, and Rahi's gonna be our best friend while we do it.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
This poor woman.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Because when she wakes up from this, what do you think she is going to
She's
do?
gonna kill you.
She's going to understand,
She's gonna
and they're
understand.
gonna hug it out.
With
We're
their
gonna hug it
fists.
out.
We're going to go to the Tiger's
Meanwhile-
Eye Tavern and all get drinks.
We're all gonna have a nice
together.
long drinking
Yes.
session.
So,
Let's just-
And we're,
on
and we're
his
all
back,
gonna sing
like,
the
"Ugh."
theme tune from Cheers together.
Where everybody
Sometimes
knows
you
your
wanna
name.
Everybody knows your name.
Rock just smashing bottles in the back. Yeah. So and like we will set up because I wanted you guys to have one more fight before Battle of the Bards, and I'm still going to have and like just like kind of like DM prep. This is how the game works. Oh, railroading, yeah, whatever. I wanted you guys to have one more fight before Battle of the Bards, and that was going to be at the end of Rahi's treasure hunt, and that's probably still going to happen because there are still things that have to be set up there. But in terms of like the context in which it will happen is going to be very different. Does that make sense?
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
And
If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have waited longer.
You wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, I would have. I would have.
Gab,
I
the amount of
promise.
times you've said this in this campaign is shocking. The amount of times you're like, oops, if I had known I'd break the sequence, I wouldn't have broken the sequence.
I think her was like, again, like this is a mental breaking point,
Yeah.
and then also
Yeah.
I thought
No.
it would. I think in my mind, like I thought it'd be more of like maybe we learn a little bit more and like
This is-
find more of an understanding and then continue. I don't know.
No, this is
This
going to
is
be a trip.
objectively a hilarious and incredible way to play this game, and I would not wish
Yeah.
to play without you at all because, good God, do you add like an 8th color to this goddamn
yes.
painting.
Yes. But yes, that seemed like it was a lot of fun for everybody. A lot of cool stuff there. Eter lore, some like weird prophetic stuff. Cowrie got
The
new
Etur
power.
stuff. Wait, the Eturs were the ones with the goal with the ball, right?
Yep. You would assume so, yeah.
I'm very concerned that I'm going to like meet this man in real life and he's going to like recognize me.
It's been 20.
Wait, didn't we meet?
Technically, you did.
You did.
but
You
not
did
direct.
meet.
Not direct. Not
So
directly.
I'll just tell you right now, because I had to look this up myself. This is a very niche point of information. You guys met Tholthod Atur the
Yeah.
23rd.
Oh.
This is his great. I don't. I'm not keeping count.
That's the number.
Well, that's like
I
as soon
see
as
it.
you said the tour, I thought about the guy that's coming from that place that
understand.
said they had information about us.
and
Sure.
It was all the Tholthod Aturs. That was all. Oh.
And you get the
I
so
see.
their names were the numbers because they all have the
I
same
see.
name.
I see.
Yep.
That's very interesting.
You guys figure out my puzzles
You met
immediately.
the first. You met his first grandpappy.
Goodness.
Where I met your grandpa.
Pappy.
Me and Pappy.
So you counted up to 21, but you didn't get to 22. You were so close.
Oh yeah, I counted wrong.
Well, so the reason was that because 22 of them have died before the 23rd, because the 23rd is the old one right now, and there is a
Yeah.
24th, and it's the 23rd's kid.
No. So, but Cowrie counted 21, but
Yes.
there's actually 22.
Yes, because, and I'll just so this makes sense. There was only the numbers there were 2 through 22, which would be 21. The first one wasn't there. The first one only appeared when Cowrie went into that like blackened like state.
Got it.
Make sense? So
Yeah.
in a way, you could read that as something was keeping the first Tholthod away from those other 21 Tholthods.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very
Interesting. Interesting.
So yes.
Huh.
Oh, Rhyme got taken. Just a whole fucking avalanche of story stuff happening.
It's been in game. It's been like an hour.
It's been about
God.
2 hours since Rhyme got taken.
Life moves pretty fast.
Yeah.
Life comes at
What-
you quick.
Hey, we're working on the odd minute, baby. So.
Ooh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, but holy shit. Excellent job, everybody, as per
Are
usual.
you all ready to lose the next person?
No.
It's gonna be mud.
Yep.
We can't be Moki.
Fun fact: her just blew up. Her is just dead.
I just, it's so funny to me of like just us watching. Oh, crumbs! Ah.
We've no.
I imagine that Yorda and Mud were just standing next to each other, not looking at each other, not saying anything.
Yeah,
Just cold shoulder, and
absolutely.
then Mud just like, oh, what's that? Oh.
No, for real.
Yeah, that
Then
is
just-
absolutely what happened.
Holy shit. Okay. Fucking everybody, a great job. I keep saying shorter and okay, we're ending earlier than the last couple times, so good job, everybody. But holy shit, the amount of story there is nuts. Excellent job. But with all of that, tune in next time for Her's magnificent backstory, at least some of it, and for more wonderful things along the way. But again, we've been Rulebook Optional. Welcome. This has been the Palm and the Fist, and we hope to be seeing you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.